Hello! I had my microphone turned off. Allie, how the hickety flippity heck are ya? Welcome in. Uh, it's Hillary Day! You look like a disco ball. Oh, you're so sparkly. Keep an eye on Insta. I love you. I love you. Have a good stream. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Bye! Enjoy. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see how sparkly you are. Turns out that you're actually a sparkle. Sparkles in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Take a look in a book. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. I've been ready since 9 a.m. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. Aw, I'm so happy for you, friend. Heck to the flippity yeah. 'Cause you're amazing, just the way you are. Amazing. Welcome in. How's your Thursday? I know what day it is. It's Thursday. 25 years. Wow. Whew. It's a day. It's a day. International Wolf Day. Dang, we should have painted a wolf. I love you, bye. Have a great day. Have a wonderful time. Can't wait to hear all about it. You hoot. But yeah, happy International Wolf Day. There is actually a zoo in the great state of Wisconsin that just had, I don't remember how many wolf pups it was, but it was a lot. So I want to go see those soon. They're little baby chubby wolves and I love them. What's the word? I love them. Woo! How's your day going, friend? What are you up to? I know I said that we were going to be painting a bird today. Well, a couple of reasons we're not painting a bird. One, I couldn't figure out a reference that I wanted. Two, I'm obsessed with this painting and I wanted to work on it again. And that's it. That's actually the only two reasons. So today I think we're going to tackle the other eye sockety flockety and maybe like the cheekbone. It's probably the cheekbone. I don't know. I should probably know that. And if we're feeling particularly spicy, we might tackle one or two more mushrooms. I'm having so much fun with this painting. I could not wait to get back to it. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do a bonus hyper McRealism day. Listen, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. I actually just post-skedoodled a video of this on the Instant Grandma. So this was from, was it Tuesday? I think it was from Tuesday. So I posted this little video on the Instant Grandma. If y'all are not following me on there, here is my link. I'm super duper grateful. I reached 2,000 followers the other day. It was really, really cool. So thank you to everyone who's followed me and supported me. I did mention the other day, I have been getting back, or I think it was 2021. I started working full-time as an artist again. And I'm super grateful for everyone who helped me along the journey. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out the Instant Grandma, maybe give that post a like. I super duper appreciate it. It actually helps me a ton getting my work out there and getting some good exposure for my work. So, but yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. Amaze. Hope you're super. Allie, I know you've already left, but I hope you have a wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Bippity boppity be there. So this is gonna be, we're gonna need some burnt umbly scumbly doodles. I might actually turn my camera so y'all can see the color mixing. I know some people really like the color mixing part of the stream, so I'm gonna make sure that y'all can see this. I only lightly cleaned my palette. I do need to do a full cleaning. Actually, in general, I just need to get a new piece of glass for this because it is, you can see, it is dinged and scratched to all heck. You know, the classic ding and scratchel. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. Little bit of ice blue. That's probably good. We'll start with that. I can always add more. And do hoodle doodle doo 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 hoo hoo hoodle doodle doo. And then we're gonna need a snoodle pop of lamp black. We're also going to need some kind of goobery colors for that eye smoke. Not something you typically get to say, oh no, I don't have the right color for my eye smoke. Unless it's like a smoky eye, like a makeup thing. Dank Oreo, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Thursday to you. Happy Thursday to you. All right. Bippity boppity be there. We also need some burnt umbly skadoodle. Yeah, I'd take last week's streams off. Wasn't feeling so hot. But me back. Still not feeling great. Pretty tired. We're actually going to be using this bizarre color. This is Shiva Yellow Citron. It needs to be replaced. It is dinkety scratched. It's Moo. Moo, how are you? Welcome in, friend. Happy Thursday. BT Dubs, in case y'all missed it on Tuesday. And we reached our community goal. So Digi and I are going to be playing a Sam Scanch hunting game. He's going to be the Sasquatch. I'm going to be the Sasquatch hunter. We're also enlisting the assistance of my brother and hopefully my sister as well. It's going to be a laugh riot, so I cannot wait. No worries, Oreo. I always appreciate when anyone spends their time here, but, you know, life does happen, so there's never, ever any worries about that. Never any worries at all, Fraulein. I just want to say Fraulein. Felt right. But yeah, Moo, how the heck are you doing? I'm very excited, though. It's gonna be a wild stream. So it's probably going to be on either a Friday or a Saturday. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. Ooh, a creepy clown. I always like to spell creepy clown with K's. It just feels right. You know, like, if you're gonna make it creepy, add some K's. That's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel in my heart of hearts and my soul of souls. And it's just, I love K's. I love the letter K. Hoping for some cool paintings. How neat is that? I am really excited about what we're working on today. This is our third stream with a brand spank skadoodly doo painting. And yeah, it is going to be the most wild and surreal that I've ever attempted. I feel like we just keep kicking it up a notch. So this one is just going to be a flippin' fever dream. Oh, heck yeah. That's why. You know what? It's so deep in my subconscious. That's 100% why. Amazing. Fantastical. All right, let's move that over there. Okay. Someone just sent me a fantastic meme as well. That's amazing. This is looking great. The musculature on this Moo is one schnump gajillion. That's what I like to hear. Let's kick it up a notch. The musculature that you have achieved on this, with the veins and the foreshortening on that hand, is fantastic, Moo. Absolutely love these pieces. They're so hard. Oh my gosh, it's, oh, look at that. Look at that. Isn't there like, there were like toys in the early 2000s. This is, the texture on this is so good. Let me nibble a finger. These are great. But wasn't there like a series of toys in like the early 2000s? Rameline, Ramon, it's been a minute. How you doing here? Okay. Calm down, YouTube. You're just very, very reactive. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. What was it called? Was it Shark Street Fighters? What was it? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Or am I imagining this? Am I having another fever dream? Ramon, I hope you're doing super. How's life? How's you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy Thursday, my friend. Street Sharks. Street Sharks. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. That is what I'm thinking of. Yes. It's crazy, but okay. Oh, I'm glad it's okay, though. I'm tired, but otherwise good. It's been a good morning. We're having my parents over for Din Din. So we're making chili, cleaning the house a bit, getting ready for stream. Street Sharks. Yep. I love this. Moo, thank you so much for sharing. I love seeing your work. We also had a share the other day from our friend Amaze in the Chittity Chattity. Zoop, 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 zoop. Sharing some really epic comic book work. The atmosphere in this one, and of course, you know how much I love the glow Amaze. BEA beautiful. Street Sharks was before my time. So it's funny because when Street Sharks existed, which was, I believe, the early 2000s, I had no idea they existed. I found out about Street Sharks like a couple years ago, and I was like, man, I missed out. I would have loved Street Sharks. Street Sharks, woohoo! But yeah, BEA, beautiful. That sounds good. So I haven't made chili. Ooh, gargoyles. Oh, I remember gargoyles. Yes. Early to mid 90s. Gotcha. So I thought it was early 2000s. Maybe I'm thinking of the action figures. But I really don't know. Okay, so we got bip, 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 bop. We're also going to need some burnt sienna. This color, though, this is Shiva Yellow, Shiva Yellow Citron. It's a relatively new color for me. 19, you're so good at that. That is definitely not in my skill set, is remembering what year, other than Lord of the Rings 2001, duh. But, Digi can do that too, where he can be like, oh, this was probably out in like 1998, and he's always right. It's so funny. From Mortal Kombat. How late can we come eat? It's been a long time. I mean, listen. All are welcome to the chili party. I cannot guarantee how good it'll be. I haven't, because like, I'm a big fan of seasoning, like of really heavily seasoning my food. I have not made chili in a long time, so I was like, I don't know, like maybe this much. So I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna try it again. It's made with love. It can't be bad. I mean, it's got all the good stuff in it. So, Rantel 97 probably on the shelves. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. That tracks, Amaze. But I'm also making cornbread to go with it. So that'll be tasty. I do love cornbread. I'm a big fan. I'm a windmill. Yeah, you get it. Oh yeah, there's a razor blade in this. Cool. I had to change the razor blade of my paint scraper, and I stuffed it into this napkin, and then I forgot it was in there. Oops! Let's not do that. BT to the Dubbity Scoodle Doos. I have been making really big strides on my other large piece. I actually just posted this today on the tubes. So I've been working really super duper duper hard on the dress. That's been sort of my main focus over the last week or so. So I am still working on this piece behind the scenes. Obviously, I need to finish this section before we move on to the next one. So yeah, I just posted this today. I've been working on the skirt. I've been working on doing second, third, fourth layers on other stuff. So working really, really hard. I've actually been working on it quite a few times this week, which is so much fun. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Aw, thanks, Ramon. Thank you, thank you. It is an absolute joy. Between this piece that we're going to be working on today and that piece, it's like two of my absolute dream pieces. It's full of detail and weirdness, and you know how much I love detail and weirdness. But yeah, this piece it's got it all. It's got playing cards and weird colors and lace and sparkle and skulls, and it's going to be a hoot. All right. We're going to put a little bit of Ultramarine Deep on the palette as well. This is actually, this is yesterday's, or was that? No, it was a day before yesterday's paint. So it's a little bit crusty. Just a little bit crusty, you know, a little bit more than that. This is honestly the best ultramarine I have ever used. And of course, it's from my friends at the Jack Richardson Company. It's the best. It is the most saturated paint I've ever used. I'm going to give it a 1 billion out of 10. The way you paint, I never saw that before. Still a big fan. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I have learned so much. I mean, over the last 5 years in general, I feel like I've learned a ton. But every time I start a painting, I swear I learn something new. Sometimes it's about what not to do too. Like sometimes it's like, oh, that technique worked really well. Other times it's like, uh-oh, that was a monumental mistake. And it is funny when you do make a mistake like that, and sometimes it costs you big time, because I just made a huge mistake with my paint mix on a painting, and now it won't dry. So, you know, oopsie doodles, I forgot to add burnt umber to it, and it's a bit of a problem. So definitely still learning, still haven't quite learned that lesson. We're going to add a little bit of lemon yellow to this as well, because I'm going to need that for an orangey color. And for those of you who have not seen what we're working on, it is a surrealistic take on the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. And one of the things that character always screams is, "Off with the heads!" So I figured, let's add a skull in there. So if you haven't seen the reference, this is the reference that we created. I think that was last year. So it would have been like maybe April or May of 2025. How many lights are in your room? Right now, there's the overhead light, and then I have a lamp, and then a ring light, and then an umbrella light. So there's like four? There's 4 lights on in here. Technically, I have a 5th, but it's not plugged in right now. But yeah, so this piece was created all in camera and with practical effects. Yeah, I mean, I like to have a bright room when I'm streaming. Otherwise, it's very dim. It's very kind of orange. But they're not overly bright. All of them are sort of filtered. Anyway, so this piece was created all in camera using something called a multiple exposure. So all 3 of the portraits were done using different colored lights. It was done in camera. The card art was actually made with real playing cards and wire, and I just taped it onto the wire. We photographed that. The only thing that was really highly edited was the smoke, and I did that by hand using GIMP. So all of this was used without the use of AI in any way, because I know I'm going to have to say that once I start posting this on the social medias. Unfortunately, that is the age we live in, where we have to defend our work. Even as traditional artists painting on physical media, it is amazing how much you still have to defend yourself. With this piece, especially, I got all 3 of these pieces. So these pieces were also made, the references were made with practical effects. None of this was AI. But Instagram thinks it's AI, so it's labeling it as AI, and it makes me so mad. It makes me disproportionately mad to what's happening. Trust the Morton Salt Girl. Hi, friend. Welcome in. How you doing today? Thank you all again so much for being here. Let's mix up some colors. We've got some pretty wild ones today. I also think I do want to do a quick little scrapey scrape of this, just because it's kind of in my way. But yeah, Instagram is doing that to a lot of artists, where it's labeling stuff as, quote, likely made with AI. And what gives you the right? So anyway, I'm probably going to do a little post about that, because I think that's horse hockey. And I know I'm going to have to do that with that piece too. Oh, for sure. I mean, I will say this, AI is getting better at what, because do you remember how, like, it was maybe 2 years ago, how truly bad it was? Like, it was an absolute horror show. But I will say this, it is getting better, unfortunately, because the more stuff it steals, the more trained it gets, and the better and more convincing it gets. But, you know, it is what it is. Just keep working and keep raising awareness. And sorry, I had to grab a few more napkins. Yeah, not a fan of the AI, but at least generative AI, I should be specific. But it is what it is. So, you know, just keep doing your work, do your best. Hope that when the technology apocalypse comes, the AI overlords will be kind of okay. So first thing we're going to do is grab a little bit of titanium white, and we're going to mix it with some yellow oak skadoodles. That's going to be sort of our mid-tone to start with. However, it's very yellow and very saturated. So I'm also going to grab a little bit of this. This is ice blue, which is a mixture of phthalo, burnt umber, and a whole bunch of titanium white. It's great for desaturating and adding just a little bit of a blue tint. Morton Salt Girl, how is your day going, by the way? Hope you're having a glorious Thursday. It's still a little bit too saturated, so we're going to add a little more of that. We're also going to add a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of lamp black to this to kind of gray it out. But anyway, I digress with the, we won't get into a huge tangent about that, because I could definitely rant. I could rave, but I won't. Thanks, friend. Thank you. But what's everyone up to today? I know the weekend is quickly approaching. What does everyone have on the docket for this weekend? Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Okay, that's looking good. We're also going to mix up, I think that's actually good for our mid-tone. So we're going to mix up the next value. We're going to grab some burnt umber. We're going to grab a little bit of burnt sienna, teeny bit of lamp black to mix up the next value. And as I start getting into the really dark values, the more saturated that color is going to be. The less white you have in something, the more saturated that color is going to be. Hello! Crack 3D Fox Studio. Hi, friend. The recall never gets old. But my lord, there is no such force. Welcome in, Raiders. How the hickety heck are ya? I hope everyone's amazing. Crack 3D Fox Studio, thank you for the raid. I hope you're having an amazing day. Let's have a look skadoodle at a shout out for our friend Crack 3. But that recall is awesome. Oh man. Crack 3D Fox Studio. Kablammy, if you guys don't know my friend Fox, absolutely fantastical oil painter here on the Twitch. Please give a follow. Cody Cameron. How are you, Cody Cameron? A snoodle-dee-snoo. Cody, so lovely to see you, friend. I hope you are doing super duper. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Again, if you're here for the first time, I'm Bea Diesel. I'm a traditional painter, drawer, and professional rambler. Today, we are embarking on the third installment of our brand spank skadoodly new piece. Here is the reference we're working on. Gotta add some mushrooms. There's weird smoke coming out of his eyes. What's gonna happen? So we're actually mixing up some colors right now. We've got quite the eclectic palette today. How neat is that? It's pretty neat. Taking a break today from art. Gotta rest that wrist, man. I mean, it gets... Yeah, I get it. I actually have to do, when I'm done painting for the day, I have to do, not physical therapy on my wrist, but I do actually do some certain stretches for my wrists to make sure that I don't get any pain. There was a period of time where I was getting some really nasty pains in my wrist. So someone in my family is a physical therapist, so she gave me some stretches and some things to do to keep that from happening. So I do that almost every day. But Crack, if there's anything you would like to share, please feel free. I'd love to see what you were up to today. I actually, I'll show y'all me instant grandma, in case you haven't been here before. Kaflubi. This is me instant grandma. This is the kind of work that I do. I've been posting a lot of reels lately. And yeah, so this is, wrong one. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that one. This is what we're going to be working on today. This was from Tuesday. BT Dubs, if you're not following me on the Instant Grandma, it helps me out a ton. I do a lot of announcements on Instagram too for stream. Thank you for the shout out. Sorta had to rework the face. Oh no, ugly baby stage? Oh no, what was going on with the face? The face looks so good. Uh-oh. It looks so good. I do understand though, Crack, you know how well I understand. It's, if I could go back and redo certain things in the big Alice painting, I would 100% do it. But Digi said no. Kookaburra. Actually, it's not a kookaburra. It is, wait, do you think I sound like a kookaburra? No, this little guy is a belted kingfisher. And Artful Turkey, how the heck are you doing? This is a belted kingfisher. This is actually right before I fixed the beak. My friend Seth was like, hey, his beak is really messed up. So you can see here, we streamlined it. And I'm so happy he said something. It looks way better. Oh, you want me to be a kookaburra? Okay. Oh, I didn't even see the bird impression. Hold on. Wait, hold on. How was that? If you need more, let me know. Let me know. Dried a bit funny. I tried to carefully wipe it off with mineral spirits. Burnt sienna underlayer with salt. Oh, it was not. You feel like you were there? So here's the thing. The camera's not on right now, but I physically transformed into a kookaburra. Physically, I transformed. I had a beak. I became that bird, and I'm flapping about. I'm snapping. I'm basically a snapping turla. Okay, I'm basically a snapping turla, and I'm getting ready to snap. Animorph, yes, it was very disturbing to watch. But Crack, I am so sorry. I've totally done stuff like that. And it's not a good feeling. I love the snap and turla. Oh my gosh. Have you guys seen that video? Hold on. I need to post that on Discord. It's kind of hard to find for some reason, but I need to post that video on Discord because it makes me laugh so stinking hard. It's amazing. So we have a little value chain going on here. That's kind of like our light mid-tone and then moving into the shadow color. This is actually a very dark skadoodly-doo section. We're going to be working on the eye socket today. Maybe a couple of mushies if we have the time. Also, we do have ad skadoodles coming up. Just FYI, ads are going to start in about 40 seconds. Please stick with me because it does help support the Chanel. But yeah. Crack, since you may or may not want to share what you were working on today, I would like to just pull up your Instant Grandma in general, and we're going to show what you've been up to of late. Kabloomy. Could have been worse. It'll be okay. Just going to get through. Oh, for sure. And the thing is, you know what you're doing and you know how to fix it, but it is still an icky feeling. Like I've definitely done that exact thing where I was like, it's ready, and it was in fact not ready. BT Dubs, Artful Turkey, I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for being here and for asking for a kookaburra. I like saying that too, kookaburra. That's supposed to be Australian. I apologize for the quality of that. But yeah, if you guys are not following Fox, this is just such an incredible piece. It's gone through so many transformations. Exactly. Maybe it's Chanel-aline. So dumb. But this is an absolutely stunning piece. I am obsessed with it. But yeah, so many great. I love this one. It's not quite TOS safe, but so I should probably not show it. But yeah, absolutely beautiful work from Crack 3D Fox Studio. So please follow. Click on the link, skadoodly doo. How are you? We've got some art to do. Thank you for the 20 stream watch streak. Thank you so much for the 20 stream watch streak. I deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Extra teeny tiny. I still want to know how Instagram, it's so annoying because I am definitely not against nudity in art, and especially like that where it's just very classy and beautifully done. But yeah, Instagram is kind of what's the word? Dumb. And I won't go on a whole rant, but Instagram I feel has gotten so much worse over the last like couple of years. It's just gotten it's an abomination in a lot of ways. I mean, it is a means to an end though, because like I definitely have sold work through Instagram. I've, met some really great people through Instagram, so it definitely has its advantages. But it has its disadvantages too. Its algorithm is a cruel, cruel mistress. And I hates it. But it's kind of like a necessary evil in a way. If you want to use Instagram, you got to play the game. It depends on what you want to do too on Instagram. Anyway, so I have been posting more reels, but thankfully they're really easy to do. I feel like if reels were high effort, which mine are not, I just post a little bit of painting process for like 30 seconds. So it's really low effort for me. But, there are people who they've got like some pretty high production value for theirs. I'm not in that place where I, A, know how to do that, and B, have the skill to do that, and C, even want to do that, because it is just a boatload of work. Boatload. But yeah, you're a professional rambler too? Well, heck yeah. Heck to the yeah. All right, so let's go in and we're going to mix the smoke color. And as I said, it's kind of a goobery color. It's sort of like, I think that's chartreuse, if I had to guess, which is sort of like a icky green. We'll see if we keep it this color as we get into the painting, because it is a pretty noxious color. It's sort of like swampy green is what it is, but it's a very saturated swampy green. So we're going to go ahead and mix that. The Shiva Citron is very close to the final color. I think it just needs to be a hair darker. So to do that, I'm going to grab just the teeniest little bit of the French Ultramarine Deep. We're going to just darken that up an itty bitty bit. In general, when I'm mixing a super saturated color, particularly with the first layer, I do tend to make the value a little bit darker than it needs to be. As you blend and manipulate the paint, what tends to happen is your brush leaves these little marks and kind of lightens up that value more than you want it to. So I do tend to make it a little bit darker to sort of compensate for that. All right, so there's our kind of swamp color. The swamp color, woohoo, boom, boom, ba dum, 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 dum. Swamp color, woohoo. All right, and then we also have what I can only describe as highlighter pink. So I think what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna borrow a little bit from yesterday's color. I'm gonna grab a little teensy bit of cadmium orange to lighten up this pink. And then we're going to add just the teeniest little bit of white. As I said, white tends to desaturate a color. Add a little bit more of this is quinacridone magenta, which is one of my all-time favorite colors. It is a literal punch to your neck. So maybe bob and weave. I think we're also going to mix the color for the tops of the mushrooms as well. Mushrooms! And I do believe that was cobalt and ultramarine. We're going to add just a little snoodle bit of white and purple to that to keep it from getting kind of chalky. Adding purple, if you want to lighten up your blue, adding a little teensy bit of purple into that will keep that color from getting overly chalky. And if you know what I mean by chalky, it's like the more white you add, again, the more it desaturates. Oh my gosh, yep. It is truly one of my favorite colors. I love quinacridone. I love the really punchy colors. I love anything phthalo. I just recently discovered this color. Phthalo green blue shade is one of the coolest colors I've ever used. I actually used this when I painted Bulbasaur, and it is so stinking good. Also, if anyone is interested in trying Jack Richardson products, I am now an affiliate with them. If you go to that link and use code Andrea15 at checkout, you can get 15% off of actually it's anything on that website. It's not just Jack Richardson colors. It's anything on the site. If you enter that code, you'll get 15% off. So that's pretty neat. But yeah. So if anyone is interested in trying it, all right, we are now ready to paint. Is this dry? Holy cow. That is dry. That is fantastic. That's the advantage right there of adding burnt umber into your paint. Oh, yay! Thank you, Fox. Thank you. How neat is that? Seriously though, if you do end up trying Jack Richardson paint, you need to let me know what you think, because I am pretty obsessed with it. Do they sell they do not. So this is the Venetian wax medium can only be purchased through classic mediums. That specific mix that I use can only be purchased through there. A lot of wax mediums, cold wax medium specifically, is actually a different thing. It has different ingredients in it. Where's my Venetian wax medium? There we go. So it can be purchased through this website. Yeah, it is expensive. Its disadvantage is it's about $63 a tube. It actually went up somewhat recently. It used to be 57, now it's 63. It's for the birds. Even if you were just using linseed oil, do you add a lot of burnt umber to your paint? Because that'll help too. Just adding a little teensy bit of umber into the mix will help an awful lot. Because I legit just did this on Tuesday, and it's already dry. Like I can paint on this. Like it's not even a little bit wet. It's completely dry. So I mean, I could go ahead and do a second layer on all this. But I agree. There's actually some mushrooms that I painted on my other painting, and I forgot to add umber into the red, and it's still not dry. So I'm like, oopsie. All right, let's go ahead. Ow, I hit my knee. I love this. I love this song. Dun, 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 dun. Peach black is a slow dryer. Mixing it with flake white from Brazil took for. Oh no! And that was the white that. Was it, I don't know how to say his name. Is it Osami? Is that how you say his name? Amazing. Thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate y'all. Amazing. What are you up to today? What are you working on? What kind of masterpiece are you creating? But yeah, there are just certain colors that you never want to use for a first layer. And I've done that so many times. Ooh, commishy stuff. Nice. I actually just got another pet commission, so I'm painting another kitty cat. Osami. Okay, Osami. Gotcha. Amazing artist. I did subscribe on the YouTubes. And it's funny because when I was more active on the Facebook, that's when I first found out about his work. Just absolutely brilliant artist. Super duper inspiring. I love how he does hair too. Like the way really the way he does everything. Let's be honest here. Okay, so first things first, let's go in and add some of our Venetian wax medium. And like I said, I know this stuff is very expensive. But there's a couple advantages to it. One, completely solvent free, so it's not stinky. Two, the oil paint doesn't get overly sort of runny. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't get, it doesn't run, basically. The way he paints, period, yeah, amazing. Like the way he builds up, like it's so realistic, it's so refined, but so painterly too. Like you can see all of that brushwork. And that is definitely one of those things not in my skill set. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where if I paint loose and painterly, I can't quite control it. I don't know how to do that as well as like something that's more methodical like this. So I always really like Daniel James Keyes is another one. I don't know if you follow Daniel, but oh my Jiminy Cricket. Such an amazing artist. Let me just pull up that Instant Grandma account. Honestly, I have been obsessed with Daniel James Keyes' work for well over a decade. Absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal artist. Does portrait, does landscape, still life. This is watercolor. It's like outrageous how good this guy is. Like just look at that. It is truly outrageous. Then he does like these landscapes. This was done plein air. This was done plein air, my friends. Absolute beast. Everything he does is amazing. And he did look at that. Look at it. He does amazing portraits too. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. So good. And he seems genuinely nice too, which is like, it's just unfair, isn't it? I obsessed. So I'm going to throw this link in the chat if you're not following Daniel James Keyes. I know. And it's so beautifully expressive, but so refined at the same time. And when I grow up, I want to paint like Daniel James Keyes. So far, I mean, I'm pushing 40 now. I'm going to be 40 next year. I'm going to be 40 next year. So far, I haven't grown up enough, I guess. He's amazing, though. Like, truly, truly amazing. Super duper nice guy as well. So give a follow. That link is in the chitty chat. Could have fooled me. I appreciate that. I do have the maturity of like a 10-year-old, so that probably helps. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to establish the darkest value so I can judge my mid-tones. You'll be 40 in December. Well, look at us. Like, we're kind of twinsies a little. I mean, given it's like, you know, maybe 6 months, but like, is it? It's about 6 months maybe, but still. Happy almost birthday, Crack 3D Fox Studio. Happy, maybe it's 6 months away-ish. Oh, man. It's close enough. We should just celebrate our birthdays together. Let's just grow up. Well, thank you. Wow. Oh, wow. So one of my favorite gifts that I got for my birthday was my friend Leafy Sheeps bought me a, so you guys remember how I'm going to do a project where I grow some mushrooms out of a book? Well, I had not yet bought the mushroom spawn, and yes, that is what it's called. So she got me 3 separate types of mushroom spawn. We're going to be doing some mad science coming up. I'm pretty excited about it. I will be doing some posts about it on me Patreon. You can join my Patreon for free, but if you want to become a paying member, it only costs $1 a month. It is going to be really, really fun. Really fun. And ridiculous. And, it might, the first attempt, I have this feeling that the first attempt is going to be a bit of a failure, but you never know. Like, it might go perfectly, because there's a lot of steps involved, including you do have to actually boil the book, which feels truly, truly unnatural. It does not feel right in the slightest. So, you know, a little bit nervous about that. I also have to drill some holes in the book in order to get the spawn in there. I mean, I'm going to put some in between the pages as well. But, you know, but yeah, I will also be sharing some of that on my Instant Grandma as well as my my Facebook, because I still use Facebook for sharing art. And it's actually surprising how how much my Facebook page has gotten me work and has sold paintings. So I still use Facebook. I know it is pretty dang janky. It's gonna be cool as heck. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you kindly. I do appreciate that support. I'm supposed to be Irish, in case anyone was interested in that terrible, terrible accent. But no, I think it's gonna be really fun. It's gonna be very interesting. So I have blue oyster, pink oyster, and then I also have this sounds awful, but it's called liquid spawn. It comes in a syringe. So I don't know. I'm not sure which one I want to try first, but it is gonna be pretty dang fascinating to see how this goes. Okay, let's smooth that out a little bit more. I'm not 100% worried about, I don't know why I said it that way. I'm not worried about this being exactly like the reference when it comes to the smoke. The smoke is already so out there that, again, I'm not worried about it being a perfect copy. It sounds awful, doesn't it? It sounds horrific. I don't even, there's no sugarcoating that. It sounds awful. But man, is it gonna be cool. I am really, really excited to try it. But yeah, it's like you have to boil the book to get rid of any competing microbes in there. And then what you have to do is you put this, well, you let it cool, you let it dry, and then you put the spawn in, and then you seal it in like a plastic bag or a Rubbermaid, and then you leave it for like, I don't remember how long it was. It was a long time. It was like 90 days or something. I need to review this. I did bookmark all of the steps. It's going to be leather bound. So I did buy a couple of pretty damaged books on the cheapity cheap from a used bookstore. And I wanted ones that looked cool. Like that was sort of my main criteria, is I wanted them to look really nifty. And I think I found a couple of good ones. There is going to be some, I'm also going to, there's a couple that are more fragile. So there's a few that have like a really nice, intricate binding on it. And I need to physically cut off the intricate parts because I don't think it's going to survive the boiling. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut off the parts that I want to survive. I really don't think it's going to make it. And then once the mushrooms are going out of it, I'll try to like patch on the detail around the mushroom. So we'll see. If we're going to do something for an art reference, it has to look cool. Exactly. If it doesn't look cool, why are we doing it? If it doesn't look cool, what's the point? But I think it is going to be a really fun project. So what I was thinking, because I did do a sketch of this back in the old cheese ball, where in the reference, I thought it would be kind of cool to have it almost look like it's lit by moonlight. So like a very sort of blue shifted, even adding in like a matte painting behind it so it looks like trees. But I'm not 100% set on that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, boss. I'm not sure. So I'm kind of wiffle-waffling exactly what I want the piece to look like. And I do need to decide that before I set up the story. Uh-oh. But yeah, I think kind of cross that bridge when we get there. And I'll set it up. I'll see what looks cool. This is actually going to be the first reference I've done with like antique books in a long time. I did a small trompe-l'oeil still life that had 2 books in it, and you know, it really kind of got me going. So that was the most recent one, but it wasn't super book heavy, and it didn't have a lot of elaborate binding. I haven't done that in a long time, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's going to be all about the books. It's going to be all about the mushrooms. I do feel like the subject matter is going to be really cool and surreal, which is what I've really been digging lately. I've really been into pumping up the jam with how weird my subjects are and compositions. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Well, and all of the mushrooms I think are going to be really cool. The fact that blue mushrooms even exist in real life is just so stinking neat. But yeah, figuring out the composition, figuring out exactly what I want for the setup. I think that's part of the fun too. Part of the fun is figuring out exactly how you want the reference to look and what you want the painting to be about too. So I think coming up with concepts is very addicting as an artist. Doing like the concept sketches and all of the preliminary work is just, honestly, it's all steps of the journey have their own allure. But I think it is really pretty addicting to come up with new ideas and new sketches and references. And also I love making props is something that I really always liked the idea of making props and making things exist in real life. I think it's just, it adds like a gritty skadoodle-ness to a reference, and it adds like a nice little bit of meat on the bones. So yeah, I really like it. I like making fake mushrooms too. That is extraordinarily entertaining for me. I can't even express how many times I've made fake mushrooms. Have you seen the octopus stinkhorn? Nope, but I'm looking it up right now. Octopus stinkhorn mushroom? What? Octopus stink. Oh my gosh. Whoa! It literally looks like something from the movie Alien. It looks like the eggs that the face huggers pop out of, or it looks like something that belongs on the bottom of the ocean. That is so cool. Whoa, where does this grow? Oh, it's foul smelling. Yeah, that's what you want. Where do you grow? The devil's fingers? Oh no, the devil's fingers. Where do you grow? Where it grows appears in leaf litter, wood chips, woodland areas. What? It's entirely inedible because of its foul smell. Wow. That is insane. You know, there are so many types of mushrooms, and it's so cool. It's just so neat. I think that's pretty neat. Neat. I did find, this is probably, yeah, the smell, exactly. I actually just, did I take a picture on my phone? I'm not sure if I did take a picture on my phone. But I did find some Amanita muscaria out in the wilders like a month ago. And I absolutely freaked out and scared a child. Because I was like, wow, mushrooms! That's literally what I sounded like too. Wow! I think they're on Digi's phone. Telekabresis? Get out of town. Welcome in. I really enjoyed your YouTube video, my friend. New Zealand, somebody took it to Britain, so it's... Guys, let's stop taking invasive species to other countries. Can we just cool it with that? But yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is all first layer. It's going really smoothly so far. I am super duper enjoying this painting. But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Telekabresis is my awesome sister-in-law, my sister from another mister, and she is the one who posed for this painting. And I am so excited to get to your portrait. It is going to be so much fun. I'm super duper pumped about this piece. And it's going really well. I'm happy about how well it's going, because sometimes you start a painting And you can tell almost immediately that it's going to be a struggle the entire way through. And that's never a good thing. This one, though, nope. You know what? The key word, Seth, is tasteful. I have a structured settlement, but I need pudding now. I crave moderate frame. Listen, Seth, you send me your favorite pose, and I will do something with it. Oh, Seth, I meant to ask you for the bird references, and I know these are not your favorite birds at all, even a little bit, but do you have any good cardinal pictures? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to ask you that. Yes, Bickman! Bickman. Thank you for sharing Seth's instant grandma. Speaking of moderate fame, check out this amazing work from my friend Seth. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all these burbs. Fantastical artwork and photomographies. Spectacular artist. Oh, look, a cardinal. That was easy. Oh, fantastic. It's really lacking good cardinal picks, but I have a few. If I could maybe like borrow some of those. Someone has requested specifically a painting of a cardinal, and I immediately thought, well, I know it's not Seth's favorite bird, even by a little bit, but maybe I have nothing. I got nothing. Bickman, how the heck are you doing, friend? Thank you for being here. I wonder if I find every single art group on Facebook and post your Twitch link. You don't have to do that. I appreciate the thought, but you certainly don't have to do that. I do appreciate the thought, though. Very kind indeed. Also, Telecabreezes, it's always such a delight to have you here. How is your day going? I hope you're doing well and all the kiddos are well. So good to have you here. I know you're probably super duper busy and swamped, but it's so good to have you here. Cardinals nesting in my yard. Oh, that's amazing. I have nothing against cardinals. They're just everywhere. I get it. I do get it. I mean, you know how I feel about robins, you know? It's good. I actually found a peaceful moment to hop on. Oh my gosh. Who's napping? Are there kids napping? Hello. Welcome in. Destiny, tree ink, woo! Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. How the hickety heck are ya? Oh, they're just calm. What? Unheard of. Bickman, Yahoot, thank you so much for doing the shout out for Tree Ink. How was your stream? What were you working on? It seems you were streaming some art skadoodly-doo. If there's anything you would like to share, oh, you feel free. We would love to see it. If you're here for the first time, again, I'm Be It Easel. I do be a traditional painter, drawer, and professional rambler. This is the kind of worky work I do. It was good. What were you working on? What were you up to? Hope it was super duper. Duber is spelled D-U-B-E-R. Duber. Sounds horrible, doesn't it? I love your work and your PhD parents. There's an art group that has 156,000 people. That's a lot of people. Some birthday art. Is it your birthday? Is it your birthday? Whose birthday is it? Who do I have to scream at? I guess I don't have to scream. I could just sing. So this is the kind of work that I do. I paint and draw up stuff. This is the main piece that I've been working on since the beginning of 2025. It's for a friend. Oh, well, tell your friend I say happy birthday. But you have to say it like that, though. You have to say it in that accent, if you can. Tree Ink, again, if there's any links you'd like to share, your instant grandma, your website, your shop link, please feel free to drippity drop it into the chat. Links are allowed. We'd love to see what you're up to. The Incarnate, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hoot Nanny. But yeah, this has been our main project. I'm just here to watch. Oh my gosh, you're too kind. Too kind. I really appreciate it. Thank you again for the raid. But yeah, this is the main project we've been working on Since the beginning of 2025 is when we started the painting. There was a ton of work that went on before I started painting this, including making props, doing the photograph, editing, drawing it. So this project started in like 2022. And yeah, we're less than halfway done. So good job. Go team. But yeah, I also do more alla prima stuff. We do some silly stuff. We do some serious stuff. I also really, really like Muppets a lot. I like Muppets more than I can even begin to say. I also really like Lord of the Rings. So there's, there's some Lord of the Rings pieces, and there's some curse stuff like Elijah Woodpecker. Yep, he's got 2 mouths. Before you think about it too much, yes, he definitely has more than 1 mouth. I think he eats out of the beak and he talks out of the human mouth, but it's impossible to say. But yeah, anyway, so that's a little bit of my work. If you would like to follow me on the gram, that helps me a ton to get my work out there. Oh, yep, and the Alien Knight, that actually was painted, and I can't believe this was painted in 2022. I thought, oh, wrong one, sorry. I thought it was 2023. Nope, this was painted, yes, he can talk with his mouth full, and like, there's no weird mouth sounds because his beak, yeah. Impossible to say and undesirable to know. Should that be like a bumper sticker that I put on my car? Because that seems like something it's like my life motto now, Seth. I think it just became that now. But yeah, this is actually an acrylic painting. This is the last really elaborate acrylic painting I did. And yeah, I might try it again. Honestly, it'd be kind of fun to do a challenge where I try to do a hyperrealism piece using acrylic. I think it'd be... Jonesy is the king. Jonesy on the Thronesy is 100% the monarch of whatever society this is. I'm not sure what society it is. But he was arguably my favorite part of this painting. He was just like he was there sort of in the beginning. Like, I always wanted to add him, but I didn't know where to add him because it was really hard to find a good reference of him. And then I found this one and I was like, oh my gosh, he fits perfectly on the Thronesy. He fits perfectly. So yeah, he was sort of not an afterthought because I did want to add him, but I struggled. But yeah, Tree Ink, thanks again for bringing your crew in. Incarnate, thank you so much for the follow. Today we are working on a brand spank skadoodly painting. Me and Mr. Jones. How's it going today? Thank you again for the follow. So again, this is what we're working on today. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. This is what we're working on today. This is the reference that we created last year. My sister-in-law's here, Telecabrisa. She modeled for this. All of this was done in camera using something called a multiple exposure and different colored lights. I actually physically created the card arts using playing cards and wire. So all of this actually existed, which makes it a little more fun. I did. Neck in the Clouds. I saw a post about that yesterday from my friend Christmas Cat. And then I saw it again from Bickman. And I immediately went and turned that off. So friends, if you are a streamer here on Twitch, Twitch is a sneaky little bugger. And they are now using your content to train AI. So you actually have to go to the website. You can't do it in the app. And you have to turn that off in your settings. And make sure you do that. And also there was something with Instagram as well. About as bad as DeviantArt. I know. It just is so sneaky and icky and backhanded. And it makes me sick. But yes, I definitely appreciate that. Even if you're not a streamer, yeah, turn it off. Just, it does, if you're a streamer, if you're not a streamer, don't let them bully you. Don't let them be sneaky. Don't let them get away with it. You know, it's just, oh, okay. I'm not going to get into it because boy, does it make me mad. Hi. I loves it. But yeah, it's very underhanded. It's very sniggy. I don't like it. Makes me mad, Mr. Frodo. It makes me mad. Atomic Widget. How you doing, friend? Welcome in. But yeah, thank you again, Tree Inc., for the delightful raid, and Crack 3D Fox Studio, thank you for the raid, and thank you all for spending your time, your Thursday, your precious Thursday afternoons, my precious. What is it, pertinent? Nasty little packages. Flames out of the side of my face, burn, heave, burn. I just watched that movie. I love that movie so much. Looking good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am enjoying the heck out of this painting. It's been so much fun. You know what's funny is the last probably 2 years I have done itty bitty, teeny tiny details. So even though my other piece is a big piece, all the elements in it are microscopic. Some of the birds in it, my brush is almost too big to paint some of these birds. So yeah, this piece for scale, okay. So the hummingbird is about maybe less than 1/4 inch tall. Her face is about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches tall. I've done a few portraits of Tim K. Oh my gosh, I bet they're amazing too. Clue it's a national treasure. But yeah, so everything in this painting is teeny tiny. I have to use my smallest brushes for this. This piece, on the other hand, because there's not as many elements, there's a lot of elements, but they're all like slightly smaller than life size, but they're bigger. So that's been really delightful. Like, I don't have to only use my itty bitty teeny tiny brushes. Not that I mind tiny details. I do like that. I think it's a fun challenge. And then I can cram more stuff into a painting, which I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I like to put a lot of elements into my painting until it's utter chaos. Someone stole my limbo. I mean, how low? Woo! How low can you go? Did you just earn 1 gajillion gold star points for that joke? I consider that Clue was on the early 4s into ARGs. It totally was. But maybe it happened this way. But yeah, Digi had not seen that movie, so we watched it for free on YouTube, and it was objectively fantastic. I'm shouting. Oh my gosh, I just watched this. Now I already want to watch it again. It's such a good movie. My friend Leaf Sheeps introduced me to that movie when we were in high school, I think was the first time I watched it. Oh, I love it. It's so good. Public theater releases. I think that's the coolest thing ever. I do like to do at least one groan. I mean, listen, you are welcome to do that here. You are in the right place. We do like our puns. We sure do. We loves them, my precious. Good Smeagol. Always does. Sorry, I'm in kind of a Smeagly mood today, I guess. Just kind of a sneegly mood. Also, I have only drawn hyper-realistic skulls. I've never actually painted one, so this is an utter delight. 2 endings that weren't released, one that was partially filmed, and one that was only... Oh, I wish we could see those. maybe for like the 40th anniversary or something, they'll release all of those endings, because I would stinking love to see that so much. Now I want to watch Clue again. Some of the text has been leaked. I want to see. That movie, though, it is definitely a very... Even though it's based on a board game, right? Like, it's based off of something that already exists, but it's still a very unique movie. And you would think, like, well, that's gotta be dumb. A movie based off a board game? Well, you'd be wrong. That movie is flippin' fantastic. Let's actually darken up the value inside this eye socket here. That could stand to be just a little bit more solid before I start tibber tapping. Tibber tapping is an official art term. Feel free to use it. They made a movie about troll dolls. It was honestly not. I remember hearing about that, and I did not watch it because I was like, what the heck? But it is funny with movies like that. You would expect it to just be absolute garbage, but sometimes it's actually kind of good. Like, I can't think of any. Well, Clue is definitely one where you're like, it's really good. Like, it's genuinely an entertaining, funny movie. And you just wouldn't expect that from a movie based off of a board game. Like, it's just crazy. But it's good. It's good stuff, my friends. It's very good stuff. Can you feel new to rum-ba-dum bum-ba-deer? Also super duper psyched for Dune Part 3. Anyone else pumped for that? Because I'm very pumped. I'm also a little bit nervous. I've been hearing some mishmash wishel-wash about it. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by something, but I've been hearing some somewhat troubling things about it. Specifically, the director is apparently, quote, going off the rails with this one. I'm like, uh-oh. So I don't know. I'm definitely a little bit more worried than I was with the second installment, which, by the way, is a stinking masterpiece of a movie. The first installment, second installment, so good. Dally's Soapy Soaps on the YouTube side. Hello, you know he's back. He never left another day, another breath. Hi, Soapies. Hi, Dally. How's your day going? PJ, I am a sleepy bean, but it's been a really good day. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, hello! We're talking about Dune Part 3!
Hi, friend.
I'm so
Which
excited!
movie are we talking about?
Soaps, would you like a doodle bop? How's your day going? How's all the work going? Haunted Mansion, yep, it was based off of a ride. Haunted Mansion. Oh, man. Sci-fi, yeah, going off book, yeah. So they did go off book with the second one, but it's like, he had a good reason for it. So I'm like, I was not overly upset about it. But this one, he was like, yeah, I'm really going off the rails. I'm like, please don't do that. Soaps, let me know if you would like a doodle to thank you for your sub. That is an insanely long time, 63 months, one of the OGs of stream. Guys, my friend Soaps also streams here on the Twitch. He also made an app. I need to make a command for Chat Egg. A doodle. My darling. Dally, just got out of your part-time job. I hope it was a good day. How you feeling, friend? PJ, hope you're super duper. Dally, hope you're super. Soaps, hope you're super. Let's do a doodle to thank Soapy Soaps for his subby dub. But yeah, apparently, Soaps, part 3 of Dune is going to be going a little bit off the rails, and I'm scared, frankly. I'm scared. Oh, I hate that. That is not a good start. Your alarm didn't go off, so it's like extra stressful. You're like rampaging out of the house to get to work. That's so stressful. I'm sorry you started your day off rough. I hate that. All right. So, Soaps, we're going to be drawing the Baron. Hit me hate. All right. So, let's see here. Let's draw. We're going to try to do a full body here. So, here's his shoulders. And we're just going to draw his giant nightgown, because essentially that's what it is. And then here's his arms. Here's his hands. We're going to make him sad because his beloved is not there. And he's bald, so we have to remember that. And then here's his 85 chins. If you guys haven't seen Dune, this isn't going to make a lot of sense, but that's almost as long as I was at my last traditional job. Seriously, super amazing. I actually would not be streaming at all if it wasn't for Soaps. Soaps and his wonderful wife, NinjaCorn85, are the reason that I am streaming on Twitch. And they were two of my earliest supporters and just, in general, truly amazing humans who I love to teeny tiny little bits. But he also streams here on Twitch, so if you're not following the Soper Gem, he plays a lot of really fun games. Yeah, give a follow. Legit, the Baron in the first Doom still scares the crap out of me. He's just a spooky guy. Yes, yeah, I love that. Thank you for doing the shout out. Valora, how the heck are you doing, friend? I hope you're feeling better. I know you were under the weather the other day, so I hope you're feeling better. All versions of Dune, though, have something magical about them. Whether it's the 80s version, the sci-fi original series, or the new Dune, they're all so stinking good. But yeah, also, if you're not following my friend Valora Plays here on the Twitch, and then, of course, let's give him a giant belly. Just like let's have like a little hint of a belly button there. So this is arguably the best drawing I've ever done. I was a poorly Victorian child. I'm quite improved. It seems that I went to the seaside for my constitution. I think I need this tattooed on my face. What do you think? Actually, no. Oh, just cute name needs this tattooed on her face. Also, biblically accurate raccoon for our friend Crack 3D Fox Studio the other day. Soaps, thank you again for the support. I super appreciate you. She really needs that. Maybe on the neck. The neck is a good option too. I actually, whenever I'm sick, I like to say that I'm like a Victorian child from the 1850s and I might not survive the winter. That's one of my favorite things to say to people. I'm not going to make it through the winter, Mama. Please, can I have an extra cup of porridge, please? BT Dubs, this is the section we're working on today. Tell her to wash her face and her neck and report to me at 3. Who lives in a leafy sheep's under the sea? Leaf sheeps? How are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling better. That was pretty rough, huh? But yeah, I'm super excited. Here's the entire reference. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is the entire reference that Digi and I created with the amazing help of my sister-in-law, Telekinesis, also an improving Victorian child. But I'm super duper excited about this painting. I'm still working very, very hard on my other piece for off stream. So I've been working on the dress on this one like a crazy person, along with commissions and other projects as well. So I've been working like an absolute beast. It was funny because I told myself after the shop drop that I was going to slow down a little bit. Nope, I tripled it. I just I did. So Digi and I are going to be playing a co-op game together. I need to discuss with my bro because he's also going to be joining in. It is going to be on a Friday or a Saturday so more people can join in. And yeah, we're going to be playing a Sasquatch hunting game. It's going to be amazing. So you guys will hear the voice of the Digity Squatch and Community Bro. I'm very excited. We are trying to get my sister in on this as well. However, she has some computer issues, so more coming on that. And also, I will be announcing the date once I talk to my brother and we kind of get things finalized. So I'm super duper excited. Leaf Sheeps, I'm glad you're feeling better. Valora, I'm glad that that you're also improving as a Victorian child. Yes. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. Lots of really, really neat stuff. I'm super duper excited. And like I said, I'm having a ton of fun with this. I was going to be painting a burb today, but a couple of reasons. One, I failed to find a reference. I failed to find a reference in time, so I couldn't find one that I wanted to paint. Secondly, I'm completely and utterly obsessed with this painting right now, and I spit on my painting. Leaf Sheeps, you know what to do. Somebody spit on her oil painting. There it is. Helpful doodles, how are you? Boodly-doo. Doodles. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for stopping in to say hi. I hope you're having a wonderful day, my friend. Wonderful. Yes. Yes, the lurk rises. I actually need to cup my hands over my mouth to do that voice. Hold on. Yes. The lurk rises. You think darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I said, it sounds like I said you adopted the duck. How many of you in chat would adopt a duck? I probably would. If I had a nice little pond for them, you know, and had the setup for it. I think I would adopt a duck. I really do. I really, really do. If I could, then I would. I'd adopt all the ducks that I possibly could. Now I'm just thinking about ducks. Just thinking about ducks. Thinking about all the duckies. They're vicious. Oh my gosh. I think it depends on the duck though. I feel like all ducks, it's like the rainbow. You know, there's just spectrums to it. Same thing with geese. Like some geese, I love geese, don't get me wrong. I love those little danger chickens. But some of them are really, really mean and they'll chase you, and others, they're like, yeah, I'll be your best friend. I'm like, heck yeah, let's go on adventures. They had ducks on Friends at some point. Did they really? I never watched that show. Bum 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 bum. But I know the theme song, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. Do 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 do. Clap 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 clap. Now I'm gonna have the Friends theme song in my head for like the rest of the day. But yeah, I never really got into Friends. Wasn't my jam. Definitely like Seinfeld though. I watched a lot of Seinfeld. Oh me, oh my. I watched so much Seinfeld. That's why Seth and I quote it all the time. We know it far too well. We had ducks that congregated in a stream behind our apartment in a place up north, and they liked our dog. Oh my gosh. I love that so much. Yeah, I love duckies. I love duckies. I love geese. I pretty much like anything that is alive. So there's that. Bunnies. I'm a big fan of buns, especially when they're babies. We call them bread rolls because they literally look like little teeny tiny dinner rolls. Love those a lot. Geese are amazing. Not getting in Friends is 100% fine. Friends wasn't that great. Yeah, definitely it wasn't my jam. You know what I did like though? I loved Home Improvement. I loved that. I still love that show. I'm still a big fan of that show. I watched it with Digi. Maybe it was this year, maybe it was last year. I'm not 100% sure. And it's still so funny. It's such a good show. It's so over the top and just outrageous, but like I love that show. It's so funny. I still have the theme song from Friends stuck in my head though. Clap, 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 clap. Do, 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 do. I do like Matthew Perry though. It's really sad what happened to him. He was such a funny guy. I don't know if you guys ever saw The Whole 9 Yards with Matthew Perry and Bruce Willis, but that movie is amazing. It's got some yucks in it. Oh yeah, the best. It's just, I do feel like that just has so much nostalgia for me too. Like some of them, they really don't hold up and they're not that great. But I will say this, Home Improvement was still funny to watch as an adult. I hadn't seen it in like ages. And I was like, I don't know if it's going to be funny or if it's just going to be like, because sometimes you remember it being like really, really good and then you go back and watch it and you're like, cool, it's actually terrible. But I really liked it. It's hilarious. You used to have a cutout for that movie. Amazing. Fantastic, Cody. Beautiful to me. All right, so the eye socket is definitely not dark enough. So we do need to darken that up. I'm also going to warm up this color a little bit in the microwave using some burnt sienna. Tim definitely went off the rails with age. I feel like a lot of actors and actresses just go crazy cuckoo nutso, and it is sad for sure. I do, honestly, with a lot of actors and actresses, and, you know, musicians too, this is true of anyone, like, you can, I feel like you can still, for the most part, still enjoy like their work and their shows and their songs, but you do have to somewhat separate it from the person, because a lot of the times you find out about them and you're like, oh, they're insane, cool. Yeah. so sad. Local video stores, they were throwing out so I could have it. It's amazing, Cody. But yeah, it is sad to see that happen for someone who you really enjoyed their work. You found them really funny. It is definitely sad. But I think, like I said, in a lot of cases, you do just kind of have to separate the work from the person. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like Lewis Carroll, who, I mean, you guys know, I absolutely adore Alice in Wonderland. It is one of my all-time favorite things, but apparently Lewis Carroll was completely insane. And I'm like, well, that's a shame. I did not know that. I mean, it does make sense, but yeah, apparently he was not a super cool guy, which is unfortunate. But you know, still love the story, still appreciate the work and all of like the universe that he created. And it's another instance where you do kind of have to separate, you know, the Lewis Carroll discourse gets muddied a lot. Oh, for sure. It's just, yeah, it's one of those things where I still think that you can appreciate someone's work and you can appreciate and enjoy it. And, you know, just you kind of sometimes have to separate it from the person. That's just my opinion. But I think it's true. Assumptions mixed in with that. Oh, I can totally see that. I was talking to an artist, this was probably about a month ago, who made these cool little like pins and magnets and buttons, and I freaked out and had to buy a bunch, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love Alice in Wonderland. And she kind of went on a little bit of a tirade about how awful Lewis Carroll was. I'm like, I didn't know any of that, I'll be really honest. And I was like, I don't know if it's true or not, but I was like, you can do great things while simultaneously being a horrible person. It's true. It is. What's the gist? I mean, I can't remember exactly what she was saying because I didn't want to believe it. But I think it was like he was just kind of an awful person. But I don't remember on what level because, again, I didn't really want to hear it. But let's look it up. I don't want to get too much into this. Carol. Yeah, see, like, you look up his summary, and I don't remember, like, what exactly she was accusing him of, but I had never heard any of it before. But, like, I don't know, she was saying he was, like, an awful person, but I don't know. Do your own research, because now I don't specifically remember what she was saying. But all I remember, Seth, is that I was like, really? I've never heard that before, so I don't know. Well, one of the interesting things I also found out about Alice in Wonderland over the last, 5 years of obsessing over it is that a lot of the imagery in it and a lot of the themes in it are political satire, English political satire, which I think is super interesting. So a lot of the stuff that happens in the story, it's not, of course, just random. He wrote children's books, but also drew... okay, yeah. I mean, contrast, tee-hee. I mean, wasn't the guy who wrote... If you actually look, and it's super sad, the guy who wrote... Was it Peter Pan? That wasn't great either, as far as I understand it. But, like, it's so sad. Hey, child, how are you, my friend? Oh my gosh, yeah, there's no evidence for any of it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard, too. Like, you hear these things. Are they true? Are they not? I don't know. But yeah, going back to Lewis Carroll, I don't remember what she was saying, though. I just remember thinking, well, that's unusual. I've never heard that before. Hi, child. How the heck are you doing, though? It's so good to see you. But yeah, I'll have to try and figure out what she was talking about. Actually, I haven't really thought about it until today. Okay, that's looking value-wise. That's looking pretty good. So we're gonna start to add in the lighter sniblets. And if you're just joining us, this is the third sitting with this painting, and it has been just a hoot. I'm having so much fun with it. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and thank you for hanging out. Thanks for keeping me company as I paint. I am one heckin' sleeping bean, my friend, but it's really good to see you. It's been a good day. Despite the extreme sleepiness, it has been a good day. Just enjoying the art. Did a little bit of cleaning, set up a pot of chili for later this afternoon, so that'll be a hoot. It'll be a real hoot. Hopefully it tastes good. That's kind of big. I haven't made chili in a long time, so I didn't quite remember how I used to season it. So we shall see about that. About that we shall see. But yeah, it's good to see you. What have you been up to? Hopefully it's been really good for you. All right, more dibber taps. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting as I start to work on the smokity smoke. I'm going to see how much I actually want to alter the color. Some of these colors I think are going to work really, really well in the piece. And, you know, the one we're painting today, I'm not 100% convinced that I want to leave it that color because it's sort of I think that's chartreuse, which is like sort of I'm just going to say it, it's kind of like a pukey green. So it's not like a beautiful color. However, I don't want to make too big of changes yet until chartreuse. How do you spell that? Oh, wow, that's spelled weird. It's like, it looks like chart reuse. Sure. Nope, that's a liquor. Okay, chartreuse color. Yeah, it's like a lemony kind of gross green. So that's what we got going on here. We'll see if I end up liking that. Stomach bile. Every time I use yellow ochre, I think about my paint and sip days, Valora. And everyone called it baby poop yellow. And I'm like, it's a little bit... it's a little bit too accurate is what it is. But yeah, this color... I'm not 100% sold on it yet, so we will see if I end up shifting that. Because I do feel like there's so many other pleasing shades of green. Do we want to go with that? I don't know. 1000%. It is baby poop yellow. It just is. Greenish, brownish, yellow. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, the way it is. Do 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 do. All right, I am going to join these two sections. I did work on this on Tuesday, but because of the magic of burnt umber, this baby is already dry. So that is pretty fantastic. Now, generally speaking, I do like to let things dry a little bit longer than that. It's a very important color. Yeah, it is. Also, Valora, I know I mentioned this last time, but the way your name looks in chat, I'm just going to say it. It's dazzling. It's almost as dazzling as you are. Almost. Not quite. Nothing can be quite that dazzling. It is so beautiful. No, you ready? Here comes a dart. Did you get it? That's a no you dart. And I'm going to tell you right now, it stings a little bit, but it's worth it. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. All right, get those tibber taps. I don't like the edges to be too sharp skadoodly, even though it is more of a sharp gradation. It does need to be tibber tapped and softened just a doodle bop. I don't want it to be overly sharp now, do we? That's right, that's right. We don't want it to be too sharp because then it won't look natural. That's my goblin voice, in case anyone's wondering. Tee-hee. Oh man, I think we both need that. BT dubs. I saw a video. No, it was a still photo, but it was of a wombat jumping over a river, and it was one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen. It was just so square and so graceful. She's beauty and she's grace. He's Mr. Wombat's face. It was just glorious. It was stunning. I do love wombats. I do. I know, they shouldn't be able to. I feel like there's something truly mysterious about their ability to jump. It doesn't feel right, but when you see it, Valora, it's like you understand the universe in that moment when you see a wombat jump. They're also very bitey. They're very bitey. Like, they will come up and bite you on the leg and the heel and like the back of your calf. They'll just give you a little chomp. Seriously. It's almost as unnatural as me jumping. When I jump, it's like there's just something not right about it. There's something very what's the word? Clunky about it, actually. So I feel like wombats and I, we do have that in common. That is for sure. Not a good jumper. Especially with the landings. The landings are just rough. Dude, that's straight up rough. Elephants can't jump, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Can elephants jump? I feel like they can't. If they can jump, then I'm going to be super upset because I have always firmly believed that they cannot. Okay, so then there's this sort of hazy haze of smoke that goes through that section of the eye socket. But yeah, let me know. Can elephants jump? All of my my science-y art friends in the chat who know about mammals, can they jump? And if so, how high? Since high school, if you see me jumping, it's purely a situation where I'm trying not to die and will still probably die. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for me, it's my back. Like high impact stuff, like jumping, running, sometimes even standing, which is pathetic, really hurts my back. Elephants can stand on their hind legs. They can do that. I've seen that. But the question is, can they jump? Baby elephants can jump. I love baby elephants so much. Oh my gosh, I love baby elephants. Just being reminded that they exist makes me happy. Boy, do I love baby elephants. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that they can't. Honestly, I don't know if they can. We have to find out. Now we have to go do some science and find out if, I don't know how we're going to test this, but we got to find out if elephants can jump or not. Jump, jump, jump-a-roo. Jump around. Jump, jump, jump around. Google agrees they cannot jump. Well, apparently someone was asking the other day if deer are silly, and Google said no, and I don't believe that. I think deer can be silly. I don't agree. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say how accurate that is. I think Leaf Sheeps, we have to go and find out for ourselves. That's the only way we'll ever know. I know, PJ, it's so cute. They don't know how to use their trunk, so when they drink, they just shove their whole face into the water, and it's amazing. It's so cute. We do have an ad coming up, so if you can't hear me, bye. Or maybe it's over. I don't know. I have no idea how ads work, apparently. Yeah, I loves them. I love baby elephant. Well, I love pretty much all baby animals. They're all fantastic, and they're so cute that they make me want to cry. So, oh, there's ads. Okay, never mind. If you can hear me, thank you for subbing. If you can't hear me, thank you for sticking around. And this is a triumph. I'm making a note here. huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. I haven't. I need to go back to that. I had a problem with that for a while. I need to get back to that, Leaf Sheeps. That is a glorious, glorious thing that exists. But yeah, I definitely, for a while, I was like, oh, I'm not getting anything done. Woo! I still follow quite a few zoo live streams. There's a red panda one. That one's a big problem. There's one with sea creatures. There's one with ferrets. All sorts of good stuff. All sorts of good stuff. All right, let's do a tibber tap and clean up the edge of this one using our watercolor brush. One of the important things about using this technique for blending to keep your paint layer from getting overly thin as you manipulate the paint is in between each little tipper tap, you want to fully lift the brush off the panel. So as I'm blending and moving along this edge, each little tipper tap, I'm fully lifting the brush off the panel rather than dragging the brush, because dragging the brush tends to leave more marks than if you just tipper tap. You do have to move a little bit more slowly, blending so slowly. You do have to make sure that you're very deliberate when you're doing that, or you'll end up making more work for yourself, which is a shame. And this is another thing that I've been working on this year, is upping my game when it comes to my first layer. Typically, these paintings need at least, for an area to look finished, you're going to do at least 3 layers, usually more. Usually it's like, sometimes a lot more. I think the most I've ever done is just guessing, because sometimes I don't keep track of it, probably 11 or 12 full layers of paint. It really depends on what it is, though. Like if it's something that's very colorful, very saturated, it might even be more. Do you see how it lifted there? And you now have that little light spot? That's because I dragged the brush. So now I'm going to go back in. I'm going to fix that. And I'm just going to smooth this out. But yeah, it takes anywhere from 3 to, I mean, it's probably more than 11 or 12 layers, but once you get to like, I don't know, the 8th or 9th layer, you kind of tend to lose track. Apparently camels. Okay, there it is. There it is. Thank you for that. Also can't jump. I guess it has something to do with not having tendons capable of bounce or spring. So am I a camel? I think you and I might be camels, Laura. I want to say that I'm a wombat, but I know I'm not a wombat. I know I'm not. As much as I might want to be, I'm not a wombat. All right, let's darken up this a little bit. Camels don't seem like they would like to jump either. I feel like camels just have an attitude. You know, like the way they look at you. When they look at you, you can see they're working things out. That's why we have to feed them like this. They had them attacking the fences when the feeders came. They were testing it for weaknesses systematically. I remember. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw a Jurassic Park quote in there for everyone. Like we do horses and dogs. They just need some training. They need training. They need motivation. Maybe they're just lazy. You know, it's all about motivation. It's all about motivation. All right, let's lighten that value up a little bit. I think I got a little bit too dark skadoodly-doo with this chunk. Let's go in and warm that up a little bit. If we work on it, they should all be destroyed. Robert Muldoon, bit of an alarmist, I'm afraid. Oh my gosh, I love that movie so much. Now I want to watch Jurassic Park. I've been meaning to do that. It is in my top 3 all-time favorite movies. The first Jurassic Park. It's the bomb diggity, and I love it. Such a good movie. Okay, and then I think this needs to come down just a tiny, tiny bit. Move this over, and it kind of bounces up like that. I did try to keep this drawing as simple as humanly possible. Watch along. That would be an epic watch along. Jurassic Park? Give me a break. What a great movie. Classic, classic film. Steven Spielberg, music by John Williams. And who could ask for anything more? I love that movie. Digi has agreed to watch the 2005 version of Pride and Prejudice with me. He's only seen chunks of that movie. He's never actually seen the whole thing. So, we're going to be watching Pride and Prejudice sometime soon. We also want to rewatch Lord of the Rings because it's been way too long since I've watched that movie. Way too long. Okay, make sure that that value doesn't get too dark because that is kind of a highlighted area. Oh no, Sam Neill. I miss you, Sam Neill. Yeah, and Newman's in it. Dotson. We've got Dotson here. So nobody cares. Nice hat. He can prepare to be educated on excellent boiled potatoes. What a superbly featured room and what excellent boiled potatoes. It's been many years since I've had such an exemplary vegetable. I love that movie. I actually made a Mr. Collins card for Oh Just a Cute Name's birthday, and it was a close-up of Mr. Collins' face, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud of it. I don't know where the heck it went. Use my name.
Dotson, we've got Dotson here. Nobody cares. Nice hat.
Nice hat. Thank you so much, Lee Sheeps. Perfect. Oh, here it is. So here is the card that I made for her birthday, and this took a ridiculously long time to make. It was really hard to even find a good reference. So anyway, that's the card I made for her 40th birthday. And yeah, it was fun. Thank you so much for the Dotson boats, Leaf Sheeps. Dotson, we've got Dotson here. Nobody cares. Nice hat. You're trying to look like a secret agent. I love that movie. Yeah, it's got Newman in it, Sam Neill. I mean, it's got Jeff Flippin' Goldblum in it. Heck yes. I'm going to give that movie a 1 schnillion out of 10. 1 schnillion, my friends. Put that in your pocket. Walk through the old peat bog. Go to the bank. Cash that check. Why is there a peat bog between you and the bank? Well, I don't know. I don't make the rules. Okay? Just, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. I love the phrase peat bog. I'll get there in the end. Dinosaurs eat man. Women inherit the earth. She's tenacious. You have no idea. Dino droppings. Man, I want to watch this movie again. So good. You guys, it's so good. That movie's good. It's been 84 years. Actually, it's probably been, if I had to guess, it's probably been about a year since I've watched that movie, and that's entirely unacceptable. Unacceptable. It's entirely unacceptable. I also haven't watched the movie Chicago in probably a decade, so I should probably watch that movie too. It is pretty great. The days where I am super duper But yeah, the days where I'm super hyper focused and I'm at the easel for 86 hours, I'll just pop on a DVD and zone out. And yeah, I should do that with JP. It's been a while. It's been a while since I have watched Jurassic Park. Get a little highlighty in there. Now, eventually you're planning on having dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour. Hello? I really hate that, man. I'm going to be thinking about Jurassic Park for the rest of the day. Welcome back, Dally. Welcome back. Hopefully you were refreshed. What's on the docket for you for the rest of the day, my friend? Hopefully relaxing, doing some art. If you guys don't know Dally, incredible artist here on the Twitchy. Just does amazing, amazing work. So give a follow. Give a follow. I don't smell like work. Ooh, apartment viewings. No, not at all. It's true. I was covered in acrylic paint. You know what's so funny about acrylic paint is just, I'm going to say it. It's like being covered in like latex gloves that stick to your skin, because I think there is latex in the paint. So it is sort of like wearing a glove. It's very strange. But I've been thinking about this for a little bit. I think it would be really a fun challenge, because I haven't used acrylic in any sort of elaborate way since the xenomorph painting. And I've kind of been wanting to do it. Amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you have a super duper day. I really appreciate you, friend. Follow my friend Amaze as well, another incredible artist. A paint and sip. Oh my gosh, I used to do that. Mix paint for our customers and clean up and do all that. How long have you been working at the paint and sip? Man, I loved that job. The first one I worked at in Pennsylvania, and I did that job for about, I think it was around 4.5 years I worked at that one, and it was the best. Like my boss was like, just, he was a good boss. Like he was weird, he was eccentric, but like he was a good boss. He ran that place well. He was super good to his employees. Oh my gosh, I can see that. Yep, so sip, so you paint, and then a lot of these places, you have to bring your own wine. They don't have like a liquor license. Some of them do, some of them don't. The one I worked at, you had to bring your own wine and your own food. So we did not, okay, so they bring their own. But yeah, I loved that job. It was like ideal, because you got to paint, you got to be creative, and then I really am like a people person. Like I love meeting people. I love chatting with people and making friends. So I've always been like a people person. And so that job for me was just, it was like a dream job. When we moved back here, however, I also tried to work at a paint and sip, and it was awful. The way they ran that place was atrocious. So I only lasted, I think, about 8 months at that place. It's the best. I do not have a smart serve license to serve. Yeah, exactly. It's an art class. Yeah, so it's like it's less of a class, and it's more of just like a fun. It's a fun way to sort of paint, and the instructor gives you the step-by-steps. It's not really meant to be like a fine art class. It's more meant to just be a really fun social activity, and it was honestly like my favorite job, except for what I'm doing now. What I'm doing now is definitely my dream. We don't make everyone paint the same thing, so everyone gets to paint their own thing. That's always really fun. The second place I worked at was a little bit more like that, but again, it was kind of poorly run, and it did sort of break my heart, because I was like, I really wanted to keep doing this, but like there was a lot of like logistical issues with like paychecks, and honestly, they were kind of stealing tips. So that was cool. Anyway, so I quit. And then I ended up working at a vet clinic, and that was so much worse. You don't get tips, really? You make $20. Oh, okay. Well, that is pretty sweet. $20 an hour. Yeah, the first place I worked at, sometimes they would tip, and sometimes they would tip really well. Other times they wouldn't, and that was totally fine. But yeah, I got paid really well. The second place I worked at, I did not get paid really well, but sometimes I would get tips, but then they started stealing the tips, so that was a bummer. I spit on my painting again. Leaf shapes! Spit on my painting. $70 an hour? Whoa! That's a number I can't even imagine. $70 an hour. But, I mean, this is a great job. Is to be a moil? Is that what that word? First of all, I really biffed that. Oh my gosh. Is that what that says, though? Does that say moil? Uh-oh. Okay, there it is. Blue Skittle. Hi, Skittle. So I imagine that if you're getting... Oh, wait, I just got that. I think I just got that. Oh my gosh. I just got that. I was like, did they... Oh, got it. Ouch. Skittle, how the heck are you doing? If you guys don't know a Blue Skittle, phenomenal artist here on the Twitch, just paints the most magical environments, and there's cats. Skittle, I hope you're having a great day. What are you up to? Prue coming in with the joke that I did not get. You just earned yourself 1 schnump gajillion gold star points. How's your day going, friend? How you doing? That's so weird with that voicemail you got. I don't know anyone named Nate that I can recall. It's been a really good day, Skittle. I am enjoying the heck out of this painting. Almost to an unhealthy degree. I am enjoying this painting so stinking much. What are you up to today? Thank you. Yeah, honestly, it's me. I'm pretending to be Nate. I just wanted an excuse to call. Anyone here named Nate? Oh no, Nate. I mean, my brother has like a college friend named Nate, but I don't know how he would have gotten your phone number. Ow, my knee. That hurt. Whew, that was the hard part of the Be It Easel. There's like a wooden stand under this bench. Jimmy's Cricket Store. When you crack your knee on that sucker, you see the future. Lazy day because it hit 34. My energy is sapped. Oh, that's the worst. Okay, and then I punched the camera. Anyway, teehee. I'm glad you're having like a rest day. That's really I imagine in freedom units that's quite hot, but I can never remember the conversion. It was pretty warm yesterday. It was 85 in freedom units. And it was like, I don't know, 1.6 billion% humidity. It was like you could swim through the air. It was so stinking hot. I mean, humid. Crazy. 93. Gross. I hate that for you. You know what you should do, Skittle? Fill your bathtub with ice and just wallow in it. That's totally what you should do. I think it's a great idea, frankly. All right, we're going to paint the Smickle Smoke in just a minute. First, I need to work on this little edge here. But yeah, this has been a joy so far. I love Make an ice baby. Oh, is that when you fill something with a bag of ice and just cradle it in your arms? So at least that's better than nothing. Quick question. Do you not have AC? Because I think I might die. I know, like, my sister cannot tolerate being hot, even a little bit. And she had the worst air conditioning unit. It was this, she didn't have AC for the first 2 years of living in her apartment. So they just replaced the unit in her place. And it's like a meat locker in there now. Down rickety stairs around a house and up a hill in the 90s. Oh gosh, sounds horrible. Fruit juice container for my ice baby. That sounds amazing. No AC. Blue Skittle, listen to Prue. Make yourself an ice baby and just cradle it. Cradle that thing. Do it. Do it. I wanted to sound like a Sith Lord. Did it work? Did it work? That sounds horrible, neck in the clouds. I do not envy that. The other day, and by the other day, I mean a month and a half ago, I don't know why I do that. I say it's the other day, and it was like a month and a half ago. Anyway, I was outside weeding the garden. It was 89 degrees and like 90% humidity. It was absolutely nutso crazy kooky talk. They make ice vests? Oh, you would need that if you were a mascot? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you would need an ice vest. That's insane. All right, kiddos, I am going to take a super duper fast break. I'm going to go grab a snickle snack, and I really want to heat up my coffee. So, the other day, up to 6 months ago, a few weeks, yes, the other day just means something that happened previous to today, but it could be it could be 10 years ago. It could literally be 10 years ago, and I'll say the other day. And technically speaking, Valora, it is true. So friends, I'm going to be right back. Just give me a couple of minutes to heat up my coffee and get a snack. Stretch your legs. Please stick with me. I will BRB. Had a doodle. Is to get wet. Fun fact, you potentially get Really? That's crazy. What a sentence to come back to. Getting punched by children. What an image. What a job of contrasts. I actually saw, so there we have a local pool, and it was maybe, I don't know, 71 outside, 72, and people were swimming. And it's like, you can do that, but like, you're gonna get so stinking cold. I would think. I actually have not gone swimming in ages and ages, for miles and miles. Also, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, let us paint some smickle smoke. So I'm actually going to grab this deeper value here. We're just going to go with it. Now that I've taken adult swim class and I know how to swim, that does make a big difference. Colder temps, you just should be way more aware. Yeah, I'm sure it's like way easier to get the hypotherms for sure. So when I was a kid, I loved swimming. Can't stick with you, got no clue. Knowing how to swim makes it 1,000 times. I mean, I know how to swim. I used to swim all the time when I was a kid. And it's like just something switched in my brain. And all of a sudden I'm like, nope, I don't like this anymore. And I just stopped doing it as an activity. BT dubs, I had to put a Band-Aid on my thumb. And now I can't grip my brush properly. So that's annoying. Anyway, just thought you guys would like to know. All right, let's darken up the green as it goes into the eye socket. It needs to be way much more dark. I don't actually like swimming when it's in the 90s or 100s. So Soaps was in here earlier, my friend Soper Gem. He has this crazy story about when he went swimming in a pool on a really, really sunny day and he got mega sunburned, like catastrophically sunburned. And he was hours away from home. And he had to drive all the way home, just I think he had Band-Aids all over him. He was super messed up. And he stops at a stoplight, and there was a cookie truck next to him from Insomnia Cookies. And the guy looked over and saw how miserable he was and handed him a cookie. And I think about that all the time. I think if I added maybe like a piece of tape on the handle, maybe that would help, just to sort of gripify it a little more. I don't know. Actually, not really. Made it way worse. I just have to adjust to it. I need to adjust. I just had a bit of an ouch on my thumb and I was like, I'll put a Band-Aid on it. But oh yeah, it's really hard to paint when you have a Band-Aid on. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm like mildly allergic to the adhesive in Band-Aids, which I had a mark on my arm and it actually is still sort of there. It was like 2 months after taking a Band-Aid off. Bad sunburn like that when I was a kid and we were on a trip to my dad's hometown. Yeah, sunburn is really the worst. And like, yeah, you can put aloe on it and you can do stuff, but like it just hurts so bad. It hurts so bad and it just takes forever to heal. Anyway, not fun. Not fun at all. But yeah, it just made me laugh, the whole thing with the cookie truck. If you've been injured by a Band-Aid, yeah. Though the thing is, like, they just, even if they come off like really gently, it leaves a mark forever. Like, I don't know, it's just really weird. I had to put one on the other day for a bug bite because I kept scratching it. And yeah, it left a really weirdo mark on me. Now again, this color is incorrect. This color is way, way, way desaturated from the reference. I think so. I think that's what it is. Oriole, welcome over to the YouTube side of things. I am dual streaming right now. If y'all are not following the YouTubes, I've just started posting stuff over there I think it was about 2 weeks ago, maybe. So if you guys are not following or whatever it's called, subscribed, I have been posting on there. It's kind of similar to what I post on my Instant Grandma, but I'm slowly trying to make my way up to 100 subscribers. That'd be pretty neat. So everyone who's subscribed over there, I really appreciate the support. It helps a ton. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my work out there a little bit more. I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent on Instant Grandma too, and it's not easy because like The algorithm is a absolutely cruel mistress. So I have had some pretty big ups and downs on the Instagram. It was pretty cool though. I reached 2,000 followers, which was really, really nice. So thank you to everyone who followed and likes and comments. Hello, Brain Shake. Hello. Really gets me bad grips too well. I found that if it's in a real sensitive part, out of a tiny bit of gauze, that's really smart. I need to start doing that, Valora. That's super smart. Well, welcome in, Raiders. Hello, Brain. How was your stream? What were you up to? It's a shaky raid. It's a shaky raid. Birder Chris, are you into bird watching? You were in the right place, my friend. Brain, how was your stream? What were you up to? I see you were doing some art skadoodly-doo, my friend. How was it? You painted an owl. Well, please feel free to drop a link to your work. I would love to see it. We'd all love to see it, and I'll bring it up on the stream. Links are allowed. I forgot how to talk for a second, so I apologize for the stammering. If you're here for the first time, I'm into bird watching and all nature. My hubby and I started bird watching in 2020. And it has been one heckin' fun journey. We've seen some incredible stuff. Looking forward to fall migration as well. We had a really awesome spring migration. We saw like so many Wilson's warblers, which is one of my favorite little birds. They look like they're wearing little toupees. If you haven't seen a Wilson's warbler, one moment while I pull that up. For my non-bird watching friends and for my bird watching friends, here's a Wilson's warbler. I love them. Get a Discord link. I super appreciate it. I can't wait to see. Look at this little guy. Look at him. Look at him. I love them so much. So we saw a ton of these this spring. Oh my goodness, hello! Welcome in! Hello! The toupee, I know! FBI, open up! Welcome in. Haircut like that back in school. I love it. Rex Regal. Rex Regal. I love them so much. Neck and the Clowns are one of my favorites. Rex, what were you up to? Thank you so much for the raid. Brain, again, thank you for the raid skadoodle. Saw this wonderful skull and had to check. Well, thank you. I am having a hootenanneous time painting this so far. This is the first section we've been working on. I basically just cut out chunks of the references. This is a enormous painting. It's 24 inches by 24 inches. So we're basically just going to be doing this one small section at a time. And I wanted to start with the skull because it seemed fun. Thank you so much. And let's check out what Brain's been up to. Rex, please feel free to share links to what you've been working on. We would love to see it. And this is what Brain has been doing. Coming here and stalked him. Well, FBI, I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for popping in. This is BEA. Beautiful work. You absolutely are crushing this. The texture on the rocks, the eyeballs that shine, the feathers. Jiminy Cricket, Brain. This is fantastic work. I am obsessed with the texture you're getting. Friends, if you're not following Brain Shake 83, Jiminy T Cricket, and a basket of pies, give a follow. Look at this phenomenal work. Now, here's my next question. Is this watercolor? Because that blows my mind. I do not understand watercolor. It is like the exact opposite of how I work, and it's just I can't grasp it. It's so incredible what you're able to do with this. In my opinion, watercolor is much more difficult than oil, in my opinion, because it's so transparent and you have to have such a clear vision of what you're doing to make it work. So this is amazing. Amazing. Paintball with watercolors, and they are opposites. Yeah, because, well, with oils, you go dark to light and it's very opaque, and you can just continue. I mean, you can blend, of course, with watercolor. Obviously, look at how soft this is, but it's I've not yet figured out watercolors. I've tried a couple of times and Jiminy Cricket. They are trick-skadoodle, but yeah, amazing. Just anything else you'd like to share, Brain, please feel free. And again, Rex, thank you so much for the raid. Please feel free to share your links. For those of you who are new here, I create all of my own references. I create my own props. I do everything as much as I possibly can. I do everything with practical effects. So this one, I actually made the little mushrooms, stuck them to the skull, made the arch out of actual playing cards using wire and tape. We used a live model and something called a multiple exposure done within the camera using different colored lights. I agree. It's amazing. It's amazing work. That owl is beautiful. But yeah, this is eventually where we're going to be going with this. In a couple of years. We're going to be working on this for a long time. But yeah. Thank you so much. I am beyond excited about it. The other thing that we've been working on stream since the beginning of 2025 is when we first started painting this little nug. Is this piece. This is where we're at with our main painting. So we're a little less than halfway done. I've been working on this a ton off stream, mostly on the dress, but also, doing second layers on the birds, trying to finish up those little toadstool mushrooms and the hedgehog. So it has been a journey skadoodle. I think I can probably wrap up. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's been a really incredible journey. This piece is a dream. I love detail. I love, different textures and birds. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I started planning this piece in 2022. So it's been quite the journey. I'm a bird lover. Me too. And Scooby-Dooby too. How are you? We've got some art to do. Scoob, I hope you're doing super. Welcome in. But yeah, there's 35 birds. Oh my goodness. Hello, it's a triple raid. A triple rainbow. Hello, friends. Shibbles art. How are you? Welcome, raiders. Double rainbow all the way. Look, it's almost a triple rainbow. Hi, friends. I'm Beaties. I'm a traditional painter, drawer, and professional rambler. Aw, thanks, FBI. Shuckity-doo. Quasi welcome in. Shibbles. Ghoul raid. I love it. I love a good ghoul. Ghouls. Little green ghoul, buddy. Welcome in, everyone. Tobias, what a fun name. Welcome in. Shibbles, FBI, thank you for that kind word. Yeah, we're painting a skull. We are painting a little skull today. This is the third time we've worked on this paint schedule. Black Tomcat, how are you doing? Welcome in. This is the section we're working on. So you can see where we're going. There's lots of mushrooms. This is actually colorful smoke coming out of the eyes that goes around the figure. But yeah, we did this section, the first two sittings. Now we're working on the eye socket. I'll stalk him a bit. But yeah, Shibbles, what were you working on? Again, Rex, feel free to share if you would like to. Website, shop, anything you'd like to share. Welcome in. Nice to see you and your skull. Thank you. Thank you. Botanic, welcome in. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, I'm a hyper-realist a la prima painter. This is one of the main projects that we've been working on since the beginning of 2025. I've been working on this piece a lot more. My goal is to finish this at by the beginning of 2028. Absolutely, Shibbles. Please feel free to share. Links are definitely allowed. If you rated, please feel free to share your instant grandma. That's what we call it here. Just add water. Share your shop links, your website. Everything is welcome to be shared. So my goal is to finish this piece by the end of 2028. We will see. Oh, we will see. Let's check out Shibbles. Let's check out what Shibbles has been up to. Oh my gosh. First of all, that fabric is 1 gajillion out of 10. Flippin-tastic work. I'm really mad that Instant Grandma doesn't show me the people I follow. It's very frustrating. This is amazing. And then I love you, Bread Kitty. I love you, Bread Kitty, so much. Please be my best friend. Gosh, I love you. for one painting. How big is it? It is 24 by 24 inches, as is the one we're working on today. I have 2 giant pieces in addition to I don't know how many other projects. So I bebop around a lot. I also have an 8 by 10 hyper realistic flower from my friend Leaf Sheeps that I've been working on for 84 years. And it's only 8 by 10, but it's the most detailed piece I've ever done. This is amazing though. Love Bread Kitty. So, oh my gosh, it's Pirate Kitty. It's Pirate Kitty. And it's Pirate Kitty. I love the shine. I love the little peg leg so stinking much. We loves it, Precious. I loves it, my precious. What has it got in its nasty little pirate chest? Peg leg. I love this so stinking much. I could cry. I loves it. Well, thank you again for the raid, my friend. I really, really appreciate the support. Thank you all for hanging out and for just being a bunch of hoots and keeping me company. How neat is that? I think that's pretty neat. Neat. But yeah, so we've been working on this for 3 streams. This is the 3rd day we've worked on this, and we're making really good progress. It's just actually painting in the Smoky Kabuki. So the idea behind this painting is the Queen of Hearts. And what does the Queen of Hearts always yell? Off with the heads. So I figured I need to include a skull to sort of, include that element. But I also wanted to include lots of other zany, spooky elements. So like I have the swirly smoke and everything is very, very saturated and high chroma in this painting. So of course I was super excited about that. I'm really enjoying it. This is actually, as I said, one of 2 2-foot by 2-foot paintings. I probably will not finish both of them by the beginning of 2028 unless there's a miracle and I can just focus on these 2 paintings, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm kind of juggling these 2 projects, and yeah, it's been really, really fun. The other one, I believe we are on the 56th stream. So the next time I stream my Alice in Wonderland piece, my other Alice in Wonderland, it'll be 57 streams. So that's pretty exciting. Little Miss, hello, Dr. Strangelove. Oh, I know what Dr. Strangelove is. We watched that with you. First of all, everyone say hi to my mommy. Little Miss 2021. That's my mommy, and she is in the chat. Make sure you give some love. Mommy, how you doing today? Looking forward to Din Din. The chili is in the crock pot. It's gonna be a hoot. Also, the garden is popping. I can't wait to show it to you. But yeah, so this piece, I know I've showed this reference to you. Yeah, that's Mama Easel. Mommy Easel, this is the piece that we're working on today. So this is the one with telecabresis in it. But yeah, how you doing today, Mommy? I hope you and Father are doing excellently. Father, it's so dark. I'm frightened. That got weird. Anyway, hello, Fran. Like this if you cry every time. Isaac, how's it going? Good to see you. How was your trip, my friend? How was the rest of your time and your travels? I hope you were doing super duper, duperly doo, super duper, stumbly doo. But yeah, I'm having, what's the word? Way too much fun. I'm absolutely loving this piece so far. It's been a dinginess hootiness. I'm pretty sure I didn't even get hacked once. Yes! Look at you go! I actually thought I got my phone hacked the other day because I was looking for gardening tips for garden flocks because, you know, those gardeners are known to be hackers. Anyway, I clicked on this really sketchy link and my phone was not happy about it. So maybe my phone's hacked. Probably not, but I get really paranoid about that. But yeah, so good to see you, friend. I'm glad you didn't get hacked. I have so many tabs open right now, like mushrooms and all. Mushrooms looks amazing. Super appreciate it. Super duper appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun. I think, who did a thingy? Isaac! Oh my goodness! Thank
Between
you!
2021. They have given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Little Miss, you are now officially subbed to the channel, which means you get no more ads for an entire month. Thank you for gifting a sub to my mommy. That's so nice. Isaac, if you would like a doodle for that gifted sub, let me know. Or, Mommy, if you would like a quick little doodle, you let me know what you would like. I do doodles for subs. Yay, no advertising. Advertising is the worst. It's the worst. Also, soaps. Literally, like, game changer. YouTube Premium. Thank you again for letting me use that because it has been amazing. And my rage has just decreased. The choice is hers. So, Mommy, we do a little thing on stream. Whenever someone subs, they can either choose a doodle or gift the doodle to the person. So if you would like a doodle, let me know. It can be whatever you want. This is a rat selling watches in an alley, and then this is a dodo bird. What else do we have? There's a lot of dodo birds in here. This is a pot-bellied lizard. This is a quokka. They're the worst. They are literally the worst. Sneak off and shower and sleep. See you again soon. Shibbles, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for showing your amazing art. Or can they share it? There's too many to count, Seth. How do you pick just one? But yeah, Mommy E's, if you would like one, let me know what you would like. It can be anything you want. Oh, no. Thank you, Shibbles. Ready? Did you get that? That was a blow dart of thanks. That was a no you blow dart. But yeah, Mommy has more stories probably than I can even count. You know, how do you choose? How do you choose just one? I don't know if you can. I shall ponder. Take your time. There's no rush, Mommy. You let me know. You can even let me know this evening and I'll do it on Tuesday's stream. There's no rush. Yeah, thank you again for the gifted subaroni. Really appreciate that. Very much appreciate it. Boy, why are you so dusty, Brush? Old Dusty Brush. That's what they call me, you know? Let's go in with some of our pink. Let's get that nice and satchel-inflated. Again, I do tend to make the value a little bit darker. So then when I tibber tap it, it stays nice and rich and doesn't get overly thin. The value is going to be way darker than it actually needs to be. But, like I said, once we blend it and we tipper tap, it is going to lighten up a little bit and it's going to look about right. It's just a little way of making your first layers slightly more solid. How neat is that? I think that's pretty neat. Neat. And then this kind of floobles give you money, but moms are always worth it. Tier 2. Was that a tier 2? Thank you. I didn't even notice it was tier 2. Thank you so much. I do need to add, like, what would you guys want? If I were to add stuff, like emotes to tier 2, what kind of emotes would you want? Because I don't think I have any. I think I just sort of left tier 2 and tier 3 to its own devices. I never really invested much time in that, but if we were to do those emotes, we could do custom ones. What would you guys want? I'm really bad at adding things that I should be adding. I'm also really bad at promoting stuff like when I should. I'm not good at it. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so there's the edge of that. It kind of darts down like this. But speaking of promoting things, Digi and I are going to be playing a Sasquatch hunting game on Twitch. The date is to be determined, but Digi's going to play the Sasquatch. I'm going to play the Sasquatch hunter. We are also getting my bro involved and hopefully my sister as well. We're trying to figure out some computer stuff for her. But keep your peepers peeled on Discord because I'm going to be doing an announcement for that. And I am super duper excited. It is going to be a dumpster fire in the best possible way. So that's going to be coming up hopefully ASAP, maybe even by the end of the month if we can pull ourselves together. But like I said, it's going to be on a Friday or even a Saturday night so more people can join in, because I think that's going to be way more fun. So it'll be an evening stream, and it'll be most likely on a Friday or Saturday. Like I said, keep your peepers peeled. It's going to be a hoot. And then it's kind of shaped. Like I said, I'm not overly concerned about the smoke being exactly to the reference. If the shapes are slightly different, I'm okay with that. I'm also sort of pond-skadoodly thinking that I am going to change the level of softness of the smoke. I'm probably going to blend it out a little bit more than it is in the reference. Oxerma, thank you so much for that first time chat. But will it be always going to be a dinger? Yes. The answer to that soapy soaps is yes. Text Leafy Sheeps too and see if she would want to go. That's in October? Is that October? That's so funny. I feel like if I hope she'll still be here for that. But yeah, just shoot her a text, see if she'd be interested. It is really, really fun. That was a hoot. Yeah, we definitely would love to join for that. September, October. Okay. Well, hopefully she'll still be here. As far as I know, she will be. So shoot her a text. I'm super excited. That was a great time. Don't stop me now. Pick up date by August 22nd. After that, the prices go up. Okay. Yeah. So really, if you could shoot me like a WhatsApp text and let me know what dates you're thinking, because there is something going on, I believe I want to say sometime on the 19th of September, I believe, and then the 5th. So it would have to probably, I don't know if you want to do it on a Sunday. Sundays are pretty much wide open though. But yeah, just shoot me a WhatsApp. Let me know what you're thinking. But no, I'm super excited. It was so much fun last time. I really, really want to get more pictures this time too, because some of that stuff would be so fun to paint. That was a real hoot. A real hootenanneous dingus. Appreciate it, friend. I'm super excited. Whoop whoop. Thanks for inviting us. Celebration. We're gonna celebrate and have a good time. Hey, you know what goes together is pink and a noxious green. Kind of looks like watermelon. That's what this looks like. It's watermelon smoke. You know what song I really hate a lot is Watermelon Sugar. Have you heard that song? It's terrible. It was on the radio like every day. September 19th. Yes. Okay, September 19th. I was right. September 19th. Thank you, Oreo. I do appreciate that. I do feel like sometimes you start a painting and you can immediately tell how much fun it's going to be. Other times you start a painting and you're like, immediate struggle. Tee-hee. I have had a couple of those recently. I started it and it was just immediately a nightmare. And I'm like, oh dear. Oh dear. Most of the time I do it to myself too, so that's fun. I did want to start with the skull though. I didn't want to launch immediately into the portrait, only because I like to sort of get familiar with a color palette. No, there's not. I mean, I think that's part of why I find it so annoying. I think the other reason I find it annoying is it's just bad. It's just not, it's not good. I don't like it. So there's that. Sorry, gotta respond to something real quick here. But yeah, it's not good. It's not well written. It has a bad beat. But at least it's annoying. So there's that. Yeah, not a lot going on in that song. Oh, did I mention I hate that song? So when I worked at the vet clinic, my fellow receptionists always had the radio going, which is fine. Like sometimes there were some bops on there. Oh, but there was actually 3 songs that would play that absolutely sent me into a foaming rage. Thank you so much for the follow. Ezio-san, is that how I say your name? Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Hootenanny. 2 of them were actually by Justice Beaver. I know his name's Justin Bieber, but I like to call him Justice Beaver, like from The Office. It makes me laugh, and it's the only good thing. Anyway, so there were 2 songs by Justice Beaver that, oh boy, did they ever make me mad. And thankfully, I can't really remember them now, which makes me really, really, really happy. And then the other one was flippin' Watermelon Sugar. And I'm like, what? Why does this exist? I don't understand why this song exists. Like, it's just the fact that it was real and was being played made me very mad. Anyway, so then when the other receptionist would leave the room, I would unplug the radio because that's how much I hated it. And then I would wait in the sweet, sweet silence until they noticed, and then they'd plug it back in. They'd be like, who keeps unplugging the radio? And I'm like, gee whiz, that's weird. How does that keep happening? Jiminy Christmas. All right, time to do some tipper taps. Softening up the edge of the smoke because as it goes into the eye, actually it's coming out of the eye socket, but as it gets into this more shadow-tastical area, it's going to get darker and a little bit softer, a little bit more subtle. So I want to make sure that I get that nice and soft without disrupting the black too much. A little bit of tibber taps in there, tibber tap marks. Yeah, boy, do I dislike that song. Woohoo! Another musician that I cannot stand even a little bit, Jack Johnson. That immediately just does something bad to my brain. Not a big fan, not a windmill. Don't like his music, even a little bit. I would explain why, but it's kind of hard to explain. I've tried to explain it to people before because they're like, he's the most mellow musician ever. I'm like, yeah, it's something to do with the rhythm of his songs that oh boy, I do not like it. Do not like it one teeny tiny little bit. That is a big honkin' negative, my friends. My sister's the same way about Bruno Mars. She absolutely cannot stand Bruno Mars. So apparently we really don't like mellow musicians, apparently. All right, I added in a little bit more black around this smoke color, so I had a little bit more paint to blend with. You can change the channels in the next songs. Oh my gosh, it's the worst. Little Miss, I'll see you in just a little bit. Love you. Drive safe. Thank you for bip bopping by. It's always a utter delight to see you in here. Love you, mommy. Everyone say goodbye to my mommy. All right, doing just a couple of little tip taps here. Tip, tip, tip it to the tip it to the tip, tip, tap. His video was filmed in reverse in one take. Okay, that's fun. That's at least creative. I'll give him that. But yeah, as far as his music goes, it is a hard pass for me. I can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. I had to do the R roll. Yeah, I do think though that my main objection is the rhythm of his music. I don't know even how to describe it. That's what really bothers me though, is the rhythm. It's not good. I don't like it. Bye, mommy. Thank you again, Isaac, for gifting her a sub. And a tier 2 sub. That's so kind. I really appreciate the support, skadoodly doo. Yeah, it helps keep, helps keep the lights on. All of the support on here and on the Patreon, and for everyone who has purchased a painting from me at the art drop or just randomly, I really appreciate that support, and it helps me keep doing this, which I'm completely obsessed with. So I really do appreciate that. And then this needs to be, I think this needs to just be much softer. I think that little edge in there is too sharp. That value is almost the same as the inner eye socket. The closer I can get to the little drop, that's okay. I am going to be doing maybe another mini drop in October, and I am calling it Little Drop of Horrors. I am 100% calling it Little Drop of Horrors. I'm so excited. It's going to be fantastic. There is actually a little piece that I'm going to be including that I did on stream. I think it was 2021 or 2022. I didn't sign or date this, but I am going to be including this little piece in a drop. This is one of my favorite acrylic paintings, and it's very shiny. But yeah, this little feller is going to be included in the drop. I might do a few more minis. Honestly, I really like doing minis. I like painting pumpkins. This is actually, yeah, this was done in acrylic, and then I just sealed it with some gloss gel medium. So yeah, fun little piece. I'm probably going to be doing some more minis for it. He's stuck to the wall with one of those command strips. And it always makes me a little bit nervous that it's just going to drop off the wall. That'd be a shame, huh? What a bummer. What a bummer. Yeah, that's the best title for a shop drop I've ever heard. Boom. Boom. Here comes the boom. Ready or not. All right, more dipper taps. Tip, tip, tip it to the tip it to the tip, tip, tap. This needs to be softer as well. More tip, all the taps. Tap it in. Tap, tap, taparoo. Give it a little tappy. And jack of some trades. Hello, friend. How are you? I'm having a ridiculous amount of fun with this. If you guys don't know the Jack of some Trades, absolutely phenomenal artist here on the Twitch. How you doing today, friend? What are you up to? Thank you for popping in. It's always a delight to see you. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Neat. Yeah, this has been so much fun. A very huge change of pace from our other main piece. So it is really fun to have so many different subjects to paint. Even within that Alice in Wonderland piece that I've been working on for 84 years, there's so many different elements to it. You know, it's like there's all the birds and the creatures and the dress, and then there's also a full-blown still life. Tip-tap-oo, hey, hey. Jack, how's your day going? Happy Thursday, my friend. I hope you're doing wonderful. Yeah, what a hoot. Still on my clown kick. You actually, the way you paint clowns makes me not afraid of them, which is saying a lot, because I really, in general, I am not a fan of clowns. I don't trust them. I've seen it too many times. I also saw a clown once in a Greek restaurant and messed me up for life. Oh, I miss you too, friend. Oh, you've moved. Nice. Are you getting settled in and such? Hopefully, moving is always chaos, so hopefully things settle down right quick, my friend. We dig up diamonds by the score, 1,000 rubies, sometimes more. I don't know where that came from. Just all of a sudden, that popped into my head. I don't know. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. But yeah, hopefully the move went well. If I could avoid moving for a long time, I really would like that. We moved in 2016, 2018, 2019, and then 2021 we moved. So it's too many times. more, yeah, it reminds me more of like playing cards, you know, like the old timey playing cards with the really intricate jokers on it. That's what it reminds me of. Less like there's a clown, no judgment for the clown discomfort. It ruined clowns for everyone. And not just that. I mean, in real life, like real life clowns are genuinely creepy to me. Like I said, I was a kid. We were at a Greek restaurant. Not even a hint of clowns in that place, right? And then I looked across the restaurant, and there was a dude with a group of normally dressed people, fully dressed like a clown, clown makeup. I'm like, is he real? I don't know. He looked dead into my eyes. Just a few more boxes. I'll be working on that after dinner. Avoiding finishing my room because I only sleep there. I spend a lot of time in there. Yes, exactly. Okay, good. I'm glad it went well. Moving is always such an ordeal, and you know, what else can you hope for? Then it just goes well, goes smooth. Smooth, as I like to say. SMOOVE, smooth. You've been hit by a smooth criminal. All right, let's, speaking of smooth, let's smooth this value out. Then let's do that. Just a little shape right there. Oh my gosh, the umlaut is everything, Isaac. Smooth. Yes! Yes! Umlauts make everything better. Umlaut in the sky, I can fly twice as high. Oh my gosh, did we just invent a new theme song? Not really, because it's just reading Rainbow with the word umlaut in it. So, you know, I didn't know, nothing's new, but it's pretty great, though. All right, we are going to paint just a little bit around the edge of the eye socket as well, so we can kind of tibber-tap things and make it nice and smooth. But yeah, I'm really glad it went well. Congrats on the move. Congrats on being almost done. D-Stream, I'm going to hurry back. Aw, hugs to you, friend. Thank you so much for popping in, and thank you for the lurk and the super-duper kind words. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Neat. All right, another thing about this painting that I'm going to be changing, because these mushrooms are made out of something called foam clay. Just a little bit of jank to them, right? Like, I don't really like the excessive amounts of texture, because a lot of mushrooms are pretty smooth. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So I was sort of basing these off of blue oyster mushrooms, which that's the spawn that Leaf Sheeps gave me. Blue oyster mushrooms. Let's look for, and like, you know, it's not quite right to what I'm doing, but you can kind of see how the tipple tops, they're not overly textury. So I think I'm going to lean more that way than having all these little nicks and grooves, and I just feel like it looks more realistic. I did over the weekend. We now have 165 new people getting their ham radio licenses. Fun! Well, that's exciting. Love that. But yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna go a little bit less texture, because I think that's just gonna add to the illusion. Just oh, yes, the Digi game squatch game stream. But yeah, it was super exciting. Thank you so much, Justano. How the heck are you doing? I'm really excited about the game stream. I'm super excited to reach 2,000 followers on the Instant Grandma. But yeah, it's been really good. It's been exciting. It's one of those things where over the last, with my gold star points, well, we'll just have to start another community challenge. What should we do for our next community challenge? I do feel like I neglected those for a long time, and I'd like to do more. A long, long time ago, there's an Anakin far away. Anakim, it's so good to see you. There are puppet shows. There's lots of high point redeems. There's puppet shows, there's Mad Libs, I do have a new one where I try to mimic a bird call of your choice, which someone did, I think it was Roadrunner, did a kookaburra earlier in the stream. And let me tell you, I basically transformed into a kookaburra. All right. Woo! But yeah, welcome in, Anakin. I hope you're super dupes. It's out of stock. I gotta fix that. I don't know what's up with my redeems, but like it keeps saying that it's not out of stock. I don't know. I didn't know. I'll have to look at that. I keep forgetting because I get wrapped up. Yeah, I will look into that, Justano, and get it fixed. Temporarily unavailable. Check back for it soon. I think there has been some sort of weird settings thing that happened a while ago, and it never got fixed by me. So I have to do that. Yeah. Anyway, I will try to get that fixed by next week before stream because yeah, it's not cool. A couple of people have tried to redeem Mad Libs too, and have been unable to do so, which is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Yeah, I'll get that fixed. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Justano. So sorry. Please forgive me. But yeah, Anakim, how are you doing? Good to see you, friend. I hope you're super. We still like you. Yes! Right back at you. That was aggressive. Very aggressive. Unacceptable. This is unacceptable. You are here, by and forthwith, uninvited to Twitch. Be gone with thee. And thank you for the hydrate. Yesterday, oh boy, I completely failed with hydration. It was like maybe 7 o'clock at night, and I was like, I have had 0 water today. Absolutely psychotic. Thank you so much for the 65 stream watch streak. That's amazing. Thank you so much. How neat is that? I think that's pretty neat. Justano, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, let's do some tibber tappers and try to smooth out this bizarre green tone. Just gonna go down the line, smooth it out as best I can, and hope for the best. I think the second layer on this is gonna really clean up pretty nice. Thank you, friend. How neat. How's your day going? What are you up to today? Also, soapy soaps. How's all the real estate stuff going? I hope it's going well. I hope it's going wonderful, marvelous, I'm super duper rooting for you. Just gets better and better. You closed a house on Tuesday! Yay! That's awesome! Congratulations, friend! That's so exciting. Is it one of the houses that you told me about, or is it a different house? Alright, so we're just going to go back and forth and tibber tap this, really smooth it out. Again, I'm not like incredibly concerned about it being exact to the reference, because this is going to get pretty wild. I got a very special gift for my sellers, a 12-foot inflatable Santa. Yes! That is the gift that keeps on giving. Soaps, you are Santa. You know that, right? You give someone a Santa, you therefore become Santa. That's amazing. That is amazing. That was that one night where we were going to the zoo for the zoo lights thing, and we were counting the Santas. What number did we get to? Wasn't it like 78 or like 85 or something insane like that? 85. Okay. B-E-A to the beautiful, to the beautiful. My goodness me. What a dream. What a dream skadoodle. Now, they basically... Oh, so that you can't not have an inflatable Santa. Grow up. That is amazing. Amazing. You know, it's really a rite of passage to have a 12-foot inflatable Santa. Now, not as much of a rite of passage as having a 12-foot skeleton named Winston, which just makes it. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm happy for Winston. I'm happy for you. You know, it's just happiness all around. Can you feel the love tonight? All right, so then the smoky smoke kind of schnumbles in this way. But yeah, I think the second layer on this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Hopefully it's going to be much more wispy. Really emphasize and hit those H's hard. I'm finally adjusting to having a Band-Aid on while I'm painting. Having a Band-Aid on your thumb and trying to paint is really incredibly awkward. And you wouldn't think it would make that big of a difference, but it really does. One of the things that I'm definitely going to be doing with this painting as well, moving on from the Band-Aid rampage. Band name? Band-Aid Rampage? Maybe, maybe not. It's a little weak. Anyway, one of the things I'm definitely going to be doing with final layers with the smoke, I am going to be doing a lot of color glazing, which is something I never used to do. But I will say this, boy, oh boy, is it handy. I've been doing color glazing for my other Alice painting on the dress, and it has made a ginormical difference. In fact, I just posted a video on it today on my tubes, which I have been pretty consistently posting shorts on there. Not the clothing, but the video type. So I actually was doing a little demo on glazing to get a glow effect. And not really a demonstration, but just kind of proof of concept that it really does add a lot to a painting to sort of paint outside the lines. It just adds a real, really nice glow to it. So I've been doing a lot of that. I've also been doing, just in general, I've been doing color glazing on the dress. So that one is much more aggressive, I guess, going over what you've already painted with a color. Now, I was a little bit more opaque. So it's a very opaque glaze that I'm doing with the dress. As I start to get to the further layers, I'm going to start to get thinner and thinner and thinner with that paint. But because I'm still trying to build up the structure, especially of the highlight, I'm being a little bit more aggressive with it. And also it just helps unify the color a little bit more. So it's been really interesting. And the other thing is, because I am departing from the reference pretty significantly, I wanted to add a little bit of zippity pow to the dress that I really think it was lacking in the reference, because it was a dress that I really, really liked, but it was sort of a cheap Amazon buy. So I wasn't entirely happy with it. Anyway, so I did want to add a little bit more, I'm just going to say it, fanciness. I wanted to add some fanciness to the dress. So I added more of a satin feel, so it looks a little bit more shiny. I also wanted to add sort of like pleats to the dress so it didn't look all crinkly crunkly. And I am glad I did it, but it has been an absolute beast to figure out because, again, I don't really have a reference for that, so I'm kind of just figuring it out as I go. And yeah, it's been really stinking hard. But I am glad I fought through it because I almost gave up a couple times and just was like, I'm just gonna change it back, but I think it looks okay. It still needs a lot of work though. Nowhere near done. It needs a ton of work. It's one of those things that by the time I'm done, I'm probably gonna have like 30 paint layers on it, but we'll get there. We'll learn, baby, we'll learn. It's a journey. It is definitely a journey. Journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a pleat of satin. It's just a pleat of satin. All right, close that. I don't want to play my video on loop. I did want to darken this up a little bit. And then let's go back in and tibber tap. So it is 3:51, my friends. So in about 10 minutes, we are going to raid. And I do like to raid fellow art streamers. So we're going to check to see who's live in just a couple of minutes. Please stick Skadoodly around for the raid so we can go support someone else. We're going to see who the Hickle Heckle is live. And we'll go from there. And I will be back here on the Twitch next Tuesday. Also for me Patreon friends, there should be a live stream this Saturday. I think what we're going to do is we are going to work on the other Alice in Wonderland painting again. I've actually been streaming the second, third, fourth layers on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, it only costs $1 to join my Patreon. You can also join for free, but if you join for free, you won't have access to the live stream. So if anyone is interested in checking out my Patreon, I can't even tell you how much that support helps me. So if you're interested in supporting my journey, supporting my stream, yeah, I would really, really appreciate that if you would be willing to check that out. Okay, sorry, I had to check a date real quick. Anyway, but yeah, if you're interested in that, let's do a few more tipper taps, and then I think we are going to bebop on out in a raid. Raid, hey, 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 hey. All right, let's pump up the jam with this green a little bit more. But yeah, I am really excited to get to the smoke that has just the black background behind it, because I think that's going to be really fun. I think that's where these bright colors are really going to shine. A lot of these areas, like in front of the skull, in front of some of these lighter spots, they don't quite have the puncheronis with cheese. As we get into the background, these colors are gonna really zippity pow, which is one of my new favorite phrases, zippity pow. That is an interesting color though. I don't know if we're gonna maybe shift that a little bit more blue, or maybe a little bit more towards the phthalo-y side of green. We might do that, because again, it's kind of like this weird, like, radioactive green. So I don't know, we might change it, or as I add more layers, maybe I'll be like, this sewage green is the green for me. Very, very hard to say. Okay. All right. Pretty happy with that progress. We got it. Hey, we got an eye socket in. That's pretty dang good. But yeah, let's go see who do be live. Who do be live? Do 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 do. Pew pew. Wait, is Xanthi live? Oh, Margot's live. Oh, the phone. Slow down. Take it easy. We could go see Margot. That's always an excellent place to raid. If you don't know Margot, she is utterly delightful and a fantastical artist. Yeah, let's go see Margot. Let's see, what is she working on today? Okay, she's painting a beautiful school bus. Magic school bus. It's not actually the magic school bus, but it should be. Okay, so let us go raid, my friends. Thank you for everything today. Thank you for all the raids. Thank you for the follows. But most of all, thank you for spending your time here. Let's see, Marcos Monarch. Okay. And there we go. Also, Isaac, thank you again for that gifted sub. Soapy Soaps, thank you for the resub. Leafy Sheeps, thank you for the boats. No. Thank you. Did you get that? That was a blow dart. But yeah, thank you so much for the support today. Like I said, we'll be doing a little stream skadoodly-doo for Patreon Saturday. I might actually move it to noon because of my sleep issues. So I'll do an announcement about that on Discord and Patreon. So we'll be doing just sort of like a co-working stream. I think we'll work on the ow, my neck. Don't worry, it was mostly high C in the blow dart. Some no use, maybe a little bit of NyQuil in there. You never know, boss, you never know. And also huge thank you to my mods. Thank you for all of your help and support. And for everyone who hung out and chatted. Much love, my friends. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Here is our raid call and our sub raid call. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Do a cartwheel, get a good snack, and hope we all get some good rest over the weekend. Love y'all. Bye-bye.